Test Jan win, Ayo. So Test still having a lot of supporters. This could be a Rise first pick for Cream. I think Jarvan is just something that is good against all the control mages in the meta, and that does you wanna first pick it. It's good early game, it's good for team fights, it has that Cataclysm threat, scales very well with a double knockup when he's about level 13 with CDR. And then now, if you pick Rise into it blindly, I feel like Cream should just go Anivia. Dude, are we just gonna go Ziggs and Camille?
There is kind of a bar, right? And that is something
there is no Poppy, right? Poppy is banned, so you cannot really counter dashes. You can't just tag on dashes. You can go Camille Ziggs. Ziggs is a safe bot laner, and it supports Jace very well because you don't overstack on AD damage. You actually have a good AD and AP balance. Ziggs is a safe pick, always goes at least 50-50 in lane. When his support is roaming, Ziggs is always fine. And then Jace is a good blind pick top lane. There is no big counter picks. The biggest of them is Yorick, that Yorick wins lane after 6, but pre-6 Jace always wins. And Jace scales very well. Then Lee's answer into Jarvan and synergize as well with point and click CC like Nautilus and Rise. He can always hit his Qs. And Lee Sin is a playmaking champion, focus on early game. Honestly, pretty exciting drafts. I think the top Team Secret Wells draft so far is very focused on the early game skirmishes. Top Esports draft has more scaling in it, and they still have good laning phase. At this point, I feel like for top Esports, they want more winning lanes. They want something that counters your Jace, and they want something that fights Jace. They don't want to pick a tank top. They want to pick they want to either pick a tank that ganks Jace like Sion, or they want to pick something like Yorick and just fight top with Rise moving and Lee Sin moving. If I was top Esports, I'd also aim for something like Camille bot lane, because that champion can actually have good early game against Naut and can roam with Ziggs bot. And then the last ban for these guys, maybe like a Jean, maybe Yorick, maybe Sion. So they ban Sivir instead, and now we are picking on 4 here. So because you don't see support from top esports, I think it's safer to pick top lane, unless you are worried that the Jay is a flex pick. But I feel like you could still just aim to pick Yorick now. Yorick or Sion. Yorick if you want to win side lane later, Sion if you just want to gank the Jays with Lee Sin and Rise.
And we'll see. I'm just able them to go in and just ricochet through, which is the Sivir, obviously.
I don't like Senna because she has very poor wave clear. Ziggs is going to constantly push her into the tower, and you cannot really get souls against Ziggs because he will never straight up fight you. Also, Ziggs out damages you a lot, so I think the Senna is just a bad pick. I think something that has a better wave clear, like even Jhin, will have been better for them. Oh my god! And we have a Rel Yone full wombo combo. Rel sets up the combo, so there'll be no Camille, right? They pick Rel instead. There'll be a full wombo combo from the Rel and the Yone, all of them stacking ults on top of each other. Yone loses against Rise until Blade of Ruin King, then he starts winning. Yone also wins side lane, and then Rel is a good roaming support and good in skirmishes as well, has the setup with combo. Olaf last pick into Jace. The logic between that is as well the same thing. Olaf is gonna lose before level 6, and then after level 6 Olaf wants to all in Jace. Jace now has a decision. He can go Storm Surge, and he can try to proc Storm Surge when Olaf is all in, then run away, or Jace goes Grasp, has more damage in lane, but it's easier to get all in.
I do worry a little
Chat, between these two drafts, I like top esports draft more. I think they scale better. I think that Jarvan value in this game is absolutely insane. His ult is good against Naut, against Senna, against Rise, and against Olaf, as Olaf has to flash over it if he wants to run in. The only low value champ is Lee Sin, but Lee Sin is just, you know, slippery, it doesn't matter. And then if Jarvan can set up a good Cataclysm, you have Rel going on top of that, Yone going on top of that, Ziggs going on top of that. And also I feel like Yone with Blade of Ruin King wins on side lane against both Olaf and against Rise. So Tess should win side lanes, they should win team fights, and they also have a better AD carry to be weak-sided bot lane. You see, so Jace is playing Storm Surge, something I called out. So that means that when Jace is all-inning top lane, he can always proc Storm Surge and just run away.
What if I just threaten the all-in on you?
Jace is also playing Ignite, so he's very, very heavy focus on laning. Ignite and Storm Surge.
Jace is going Storm Raider Surge though.
Storm Surge is like phase rush, but you need to do 30% of enemy health instead of 3 abilities. So Storm Surge is harder to proc, but it's still very strong. Holy Tien. Wait, Tien just used his flag to block that Krag? Is he just so pro or what? I think it was random.
And BA not going to quite find the dredge line there as we get the crash
What was
down
that Q?
And Jackie Love taking a bunch of damage here. Eddie trying to throw some of these piercing darknesses down, but this is the problem, especially if you do miss the bouncing bombs.
Ziggs miss Q.
There's just not going to be a whole lot of damage here in this lane.
Now Teals and Senna wanna trade early before Ziggs gets levels. Early game Ziggs has high cooldowns, so you cannot really trade hard.
In their league. And then
He's still doing the classic 3 camps bot side into base and get a longsword on Lee Sin. You can do it and you can still be in time for the Scarlet Crab. And you have a longsword advantage in case Jarvan would like to fight you. Oh my god, the double audio. Is it me?
Well, thus far, no.
No, it's not me, it's them.
Ridiculously hard opponent. Top, I think, should be more manageable, but still really good.
Ooh, trying to get the sidestep here.
Very nice combo. And Tien is here. Dead is dead.
In his sights. One more auto will do it as Tien makes his way down. Barrier last second.
Okay, so Tien gets assist, has to flash away.
They do get a flash out of Tien, but that is the best they can hope for.
Really well played there by Fengyue and Jackie.
That was a nice combo from Fengyue.
But he shows up, helps out.
And Jay, I think Jace wins this, by the way.
He's on fire for now. Gets him.
Oh my god, the Olaf all in! He was too tanky even to ignite. Well played to Pan. There was an ignite on Olaf, but the shield from W was just way too thick. And that's a 1-1 Pan. Dude, I have a feeling that Pan might get picked up by LPL team, because this guy on Volibear was so cracked as well. Okay, so how does he do it? He's having... Oh, Yuan Q'd the minion. And Jace Q is like 10 seconds cooldown level 1, so he doesn't have damage to burst down Olaf. And then you see Jace has flash and he could still keep running, but Jace also thought like, oh, I can now turn it, I can kill him. He couldn't.
Second axe, you would have to predictively flash it. You know, you're not going to be able to react to that. The first one he could have
Oh,
flashed,
nice hook as well.
You know, he was full health, so I just kind of think he misread and misplayed.
And now that Olaf is about to hit level 6 and has plated steel caps, Olaf will want to look for more all-ins against Jace. Olaf will be winning one-on-one now if he can all-in. Jace just wants to play slow, poke him out, and use Storm Surge to escape. Storm Raider, not Storm Surge. You freaking mosquito analyst.
My man was 1v9 on the Volibear.
No sense that the gold lead was as large as it was when you saw him in team fights. Because they could not kill him. TS, though, are going to be unperturbed by what's happening on the top side of the map, though, as they move over towards this dragon, look to lock down the first one.
Yeah, it looks like they will be able to do that, but TSW are moving over.
Oh, there's no 600 damage smite. Tian gets it. He misses it, though.
But
Jackie's
in
dead.
a lot of trouble. He is going to hold on to the flash and still go down.
Wow!
Another kill as well as Dire is able to
Chad, I kind of am supporting TSW, by the way. I want TSW to win. That would be so crazy.
And starting to build a gold lead.
Very nice collapse there. They just didn't have enough time to do this dragon. So Team Secret Wells knew that this dragon started. They just collapsed from top lane to bot side. And sure, Tien has time to secure dragon, but they don't really have time to escape, right? And Jackie Love is just caught.
His toe is on top of Jackie.
Fengyue also caught.
You flash over the wall there. D-Ray is waiting, so you'll just give the kill to Rise. So Jackie
of course, yeah, I hate watching Tian. I'm not hate watching Tian. I like Tian. He's a nice guy.
Really well played early game by TSW.
His name on the US was G2 Jankos Sejuani. Why would I be mad at him?
So far, check.
The way is now Cream.
Cream still doesn't win one-on-one. He needs Blade of Ruin King. Tian wins that smite.
Top lane brush. He was trying to help out Zweon, who has fallen behind.
In this fight, whoever overcommits loses.
And then the Rel was just kind of sitting behind him in that brush.
So that's why you don't see either team engaging. Now that Ryze is mid-prio, they can move into enemy jungle and look for that red buff. Heist also knows that Tian used his smite on Raptor, so Tian has no smite for red buff. Oh, Juan. I mean, he would actually win that one-on-one, but the Avengers came around, and that's another kill for Wales. Does that mean G2 beating Top Esports is fraudulent because Team Secret Wales is doing it against them? No, that's not how it works. No. G2 winning against Top Esports is very legit. Because G2 broke Top Esports mental. Ah, you see. Okay, Lee Sin wins that 1-on-1. But it's not a one-on-one. Lee Sin can kick, flash kick. Jarvan's gonna ult now. Lee Sin jumps away. Tian overcommits a little bit there. He's dead. It's a 1-for-1. Both Jankos in. Do you see what B just did? He auto-at. Oh no. B just stole a kill, but that's fine because Cream is gonna die as well. Bro, B, if you take that kill, I'm gonna report you so hard. That's what I'm talking about. 6-2. Team Secret Wales, baby.
Internationally, and now he's kind of gotten past that.
That was just a really nice understanding of Histo winning against Jarvan as he saw Jarvan secure air buff. So then he just lands his abilities, flash kicks him back, gets a double kick as well, Senna ult to shield. And when Tian commits to kill him, they trade 1-for-1 worst case, but the Olaf number advantage makes the fight better for TSW.
His objective just became buying time for Jace to get plates.
Okay, Jackilov is now joining the fray. You see Senna is still bot lane. So they TSW can't really take the fight because they just don't have numbers. And now what? Is Jackilov gonna go back bot? I feel like Jackilov gap might be what swings the game towards top esports. Jackilov is currently 900 gold ahead, and he really did win lane against Eddie. That's why I also didn't like the Senna pick. Senna's 21 souls is not so bad. You want about 20 souls per 10 minutes, so she has 20 at 9, that's decent. Now you kind of want like 45, 50 at 20. The later the game goes, the faster we get souls.
Well, I guess we just need to group making it work later on is actually pretty comfortable.
Okay, he procs Storm Surge. Storm Raider, freak me. Nice either. Pan already ulted. So this time Juan kited out very well. He's also using Nimbus Cloak. It's a rune in the blue tree, in Sorcery Tree. When you use a summoner spell, you get a burst of movement speed. He can use Ignite then to get even more movement speed.
He didn't use any of his summoners, so very well there. Pun should be okay because he does spot these guys coming in, but he is going to have to evacuate and at least give up.
No flash on Pan.
Yeah, he's just leaving.
Tian no flash either.
He's going to come on over and make this.
I think it's too deep. Tian will not go.
See whether it does happen. It's never mind. Just going to give a good old thumbs up and back the heck out.
Hey, and Dyer and BA can retake topside, so this is not completely bad for. Like, did they get a dragon?
The Secret Whales are in the heads of top esports right now.
Do you carry the mic from Poland to Korea? Yes. Did it only for you, chat. His Tobias was broken after G2 for real. I think they just had a poor early game. Their early game draft is not that good, right? They have Yon in mid lane that was losing prior to Rise, yet Tobias was still trying to be active. I think Juan dying is his own mistake individually, so you can blame him, but for Tian and Cream and Feng Kuya, they shouldn't take fights until at least level 6. And even then, you want at least one item to fight Lee Sin Rise now. That's how strong Lee Sin Rise now are early game with their base numbers. When I play Senna, I always aim to get around 15 to 20 souls per 5 minutes. I think that's unrealistic in pro play. In solo queue it is because you always fight, but in pro play I think 20 souls in 8 to 9 minutes per 8 to 9 minutes is good in pro. Like him having 25 at 12 is pretty decent for pro. And the reason why is because you don't really get to fight that much in pro play when you play Senna, so you just automatically get less souls. If there is a full heavy skirmish fight, heavy skirmish game, and you can actually get souls, that's nice.
So far, quite some time, I do know that first item Ludens is big strong. Okay, Cream taking some damage. It's Histo over the wall. Does have BA there as well.
Too risky, right? If Rel wasn't dead, they'd go. Jankos, what is the number of your champ or champs you can say you know how to play?
That was a subtle thing, but
I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to make a list.
But I was expecting to
like
see
20 champions, maybe more.
Yeah, because Cream has been having a great year, just not having a great game. As he is put in prison, but able to win out on this trade quite.
Yeah, this champion is going to become very resilient.
Oh.
And when Rise gets to 3-4 items, it becomes tough, I think, for TS to take him down.
Well, BA is dealing with 3 people, but
okay, he's stall. Oh my god, the kick was so good, it also sees it Cream.
They are going to be able to take him down.
Okay, he's stall, I like what he's flying. Look at Olaf, look at Olaf, look at Olaf, he's so impressive. He's buying so much space, he got 2 people. Jackilov is going to die as well. Histo is completely smurfing on Lee Sin, he hits every Q, he's flying around them. That's a double, baby. Holy Histo on Lee Sin, man. That was LPL style Lee Sin coming from Vietnam.
Take the Herald
damn.
As well. as TES.
Bro, TES is tricky gold down.
Hard force on what felt like the Nautilus?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the Nautilus is a little far off.
Look at Listen, please, look at Listen. He gets that double kick on Fengkuya and Cream. Then he kills off Fengkuya. Then he flashes away. He hits this Q onto Jakilov. Actually, okay, Jakilov flashes, but Kista just goes on him. He hits the next Q on Jakilov. He kills Jakilov.
But then he goes over the wall.
And then he just finish off Cream. So clean. The only Q he missed is because of a flash.
And they just get rolled.
Yeah!
And look at them. They
Far today.
I mean, I'm just going to highlight the jungler's item.
Oh.
And you can do with that what you will.
Think of the Yone, the Blade of the Ruin King.
Exactly.
Just don't look on the other side of the screen where Ryze hits.
That's gonna be a bit tower. They have no way of stopping Herald.
Without getting his Seraph.
Okay, Tien. Eddie to slash. Oh, Fengkuya gets a good engage. It's a 4v2. Nice one shot from Histo. Bia gets the header. Oh.
Try and take a Shelly exit, but she was on no.
He took the Herald and get it out in front of 4 people.
Probably favors TES, given the top.
At this point, Cream is behind one item, so Yone is supposed to win side lane and he's supposed to get pressure into Ryze. But because he's full item behind, I think Ryze is still okay in this matchup. Let's see if he hits the Q. Yeah, it's just Ryze has so much damage, right?
Of the 1-item spike compared to 2-item spike. I think I know where the good money's at.
So the later the game goes, the more item Yone gets, Yone will start winning. He also has lifesteal, so when he trades HP, it's actually better for Yone. But when he trades HP in such a bad way, right? In such a one-sided way, he might get one-shot here. He flashes away, Senna ult is there.
Dawning Shadow, not quite doing too much, but does give out some shields.
Bia had no ult. That was a kill if he had ult.
Does have to use his flash, though, so things looking a little dire for TES.
Ah, there we go.
Team Secret Wales needs to keep pressuring, because scaling is not really on their side. They want to keep fighting, keep getting leads, stack dragons, get towers.
He's going to have everything fully online, already going to be working in towards his third item.
Oh, another anchor to collect Tien. And, man, they are suffocating them. Like, TSW are everywhere.
Yep.
They're not a secret, you know?
Yeah, they are not. They are not very sneaky. Really they are not very secretive.
Very much their way.
Oh! Jakilov is dead. If this Lee Sin is good, Jakilov is dead.
There is the resonating strike kick. Not sure about.
I would hit this Q.
As he just lands the Q, and that is going to do it. And he knows that he.
Damn, he's still clean with it.
Still clean. A nice little kill there, and that just shows the state of the game, right? Like. He finds Jackie.
Why they're not scaling well? But I guess I should explain, because it's not like they don't scale well. They have Senna, they have Ryze, they can scale. But it's so difficult for these champions to play team fights against Jarvan, Yone, Ziggs, Rel. If Senna or Ryze ever get flanked or stun locked, they will get 100 to 0. Regardless if they have 100 souls or 150 souls, regardless if they have actualizer or no actualizer, they will just get one shot. It is hard for top esports to play though when they are so far behind. At this point, I think TSW is in a position where if they don't make mistakes, they will win this game.
Can you actually stop this soul?
Oh my god! They are pressuring the heck out of top esports. National start at 20 minutes. That is without Ryze having actualizer, so Ryze is not really doing that much damage to this Baron, but I mean, they don't even know. Okay, Tien, I guess Tien knows because of the blue eye. So he just goes on to now. Tien is gonna flash in. If Tien steals it. My god, the kick! No! Jakilov stole it! Jakilov stole it with the bomba!
Tien now gets back over.
And Tien is dead. Tien completely grifted for no reason.
But still, can TS find
oh my god, Cream.
Okay,
Cream actually a really good flash by Dyer.
Targeted by Cream, but that is going to be the pickoff. And
well, I guess it's still a fine fight for TSW. What? Okay, I was thinking that Olaf is gonna flash out this wall. I was like, please don't do it though.
But it looks like
thanks so much, Lola. Appreciate 62 months. Lots of love.
That was hard.
Thank you.
Because it looked like such a beautiful
chat. There is no way Jakilov gets away with it. There is no way he steals Baron in a game like that.
Kicks him away,
holy shit, the whole of China should really praise Jackie.
He has the secure here.
What was that?
Because they're just burning it
How did they steal it? Like Lee Sin even kicked away Tien. Where is Smite?
He's at 1300.
Wait, Lisa already smited.
Early smited, he panicked.
Oh my god, man. Histo just trolled so hard with his smite. Oh, he was playing such a good mechanical Lee Sin game and then he fucked it up. Yeah, he knows. He actually knows.
So that
And then TSW is gonna get that third dragon of the game, but because Tess got Baron, they can pressure top tower, they can get some plays, they can get some gold back. A lot of that lead now is on Lee Sin. Lee Sin doesn't really impact late. Well, when Lee Sin is 1-5, when Lee Sin is 7-1, he does impact the game because he's just so fed. But at 6 items, Lee Sin is not really that useful. So the later the game goes, if TSW cannot secure the Ocean Soul, they will be in big trouble. You mean Lee Sin?
That steal was game saving. Yeah, absolutely game saving. TSW
okay, Grandpa, let's get you to bed. And then this guy's like, I get it.
Oh no.
Okay, I actually appreciate it. It was a good one. I mean, it's not that I just understood it. I understood it like instantly. It's just
you understand it.
I never heard that one, so I give him bonus points for that. Dire went Proto Belt. I hate it so much. Why didn't go Actualizer?
Are you skipping Zonia?
Okay, the reason why you get Proto Belt in this game because you can dash away now from Cream ult or from Feng Kuya engage, but it still won't help if Tian cataclysms you. So I think you should just go Actualizer and try to one-shot people instead of going Proto Belt.
He wants to keep up the damage. You also are pretty tanky, right? The extra health.
Like the Chovy virus is just spreading.
Good, especially when you have the
even though Chovy is at home,
that sort of stuff. Still just
his soul is still here.
I'm sure
his build is still here.
Talk about it. Really can play around.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think
Tian?
they can.
Or just
nice kick!
They're going to kick him back.
Okay,
now,
instantly ults
no!
Elysian.
The Viking can't get out of the Cataclysm. It's okay because the Blind Monk can.
It's still a flash for nothing, so still a good play.
So it's really good.
So now Tian no flash for Dragon. Baron is fake in this season.
Soul, as long as they can get that set up first.
Yeah,
it's gonna be hard for
I think if he wants to make a point of the fact that Baron doesn't always like win you the game anymore, I think I agree with that. I think that Baron doesn't actually always win you the game anymore.
That's pretty high, apparently.
You don't get as much gold as you used to. It gives you now 200 gold per person. It used to give you 300 gold per person, so you automatically use 300 gold when you get 500 gold in total when you get it. And then it is not as easy to push towers when you are playing from behind because of plates. It is only a 2k gold lead though, right? And 2k gold lead at 26 minutes is like nothing. So we will see. We'll see how the fight goes.
All right. Are they ready for a team fight, though? That is the big one, because we haven't had too many of them over the last little while. Top Esports really have tried to slow this game down, as his side wants to speed it back up again, looking for an angle towards...
Oh my god.
Jackie Love with a little bit of a fade
Olaf has no, this is a disaster. Olaf ult was so bad. It was so bad.
Does rebind the soul.
Olaf without ult is dog shit.
Not going to be able to find their angle. They're going to try and get themselves back out of here.
Top Esports have better poke with Ziggs and Jace, so if you get at disengaged like that and Olaf has no ult, I think this Dragon is gonna belong to Top Esports. I don't know how does TSW salvage this. Yone can go and solo Dragon as the 4 of them will zone TSW off Baron.
Big deal. So now TSW are gonna just start up the Baron here. They're gonna try to draw top over to them, but they think better of that as well.
Yeah, half the cooldown on the Ragnarok. It is coming up very quickly. We'll see whether they can wait that out before they actually
very nice Q there from Jace.
Taking so much damage. This is what we were scared about from the very beginning, just after the
I feel like they should just send Yone to solo Dragon.
Capable of, right? If you are indecisive, they will just poke
you
down,
missed
and you won't be able to do anything.
You see, Yone is now gonna solo Dragon. He does it fairly quickly, and he doesn't lose HP because of lifesteal. And Top Esports can just zone TSW of Baron as 4v5. Cream is back mid now.
Could actually look for a fight when BA gets back.
Yeah, well,
I really hate this. They are getting too poked. They can't fight. Oh my god, look at that flank from Bell. Look at the flank from Bell. Look at the flank from Bell. Oh, the one more combo, but Juan is already dead. Maybe it's playable. Realize so late. The fight might be already over. Cream is dying. Holy shit, they didn't do anything. No way. How did Juan die so fast? Oh, Team Secret Wales, we get the Baron and they'll get the Dragon as well. No way, man. They are doing it.
They look like they're about to win game 1. That's 5.
Wait, what did Top Esports just do? They have choked the heck out of this fight. They had this rel flank, but they go in so early.
This series for TSW, they get it all.
Yeah, they get the soul as well, as you can see picture in picture. And I swear,
like, yeah,
his positioning in that fight as well, absolutely gorgeous. So much of Top Esports' composition is front-loaded, as BA might be in a little bit of trouble, but he's a pretty tanky
Tien is getting one shot.
There's
Holy
and down will go
damage.
Tien. No
and a nice kick from Histo as well.
It's a setup for the anchor as Histo and BA.
Dyer.
This is a gang squad
Use your
that are working
bro.
so beautifully. Cream.
Wait, is Dyer just dead? Oh, nice top
He's
up.
have to go back to that blind
And he's just dead.
And Histo will.
Holy, Jankos is getting engaged on as well. He has flash.
Styling on
okay,
Jackie
he
will
gets
be able
one.
to get a kill back though.
And punches flashes for him. Gets the kill.
There is Pun flashing on forward, picks up the kill.
No way Team Secret Wales will be winning game 1 against Top Esports.
And send this one into the books.
Dude, you know how much hate Top Esports is gonna get?
Mid here. Zweon's got to try to clear out the wave as much as he possibly can because Jackie and Cream are dead for a very long time. This next wave is coming up though. I don't know. I don't think they have time
the
to
C
finish.
gang, Chad, the C gang, LCP.
Yeah, it should be.
Rise up, C gang.
They will have a lot of their health bars back though with this Ocean Soul that has been picked up, but maybe not in time for Fengwei to start some sort of defense engage. Just be some undertows being thrown back.
You hate Tien, I know. I don't hate Tien. Why do you guys always say that I hate Tien? I don't hate Tien.
Histo is exactly
Tien is a nice guy.
That's an 8-0-10 rise. My God. Let's have a look at this MasterCard priceless moment of the game, as it's just a bit of a victory lap here for TSW.
Tien got one shot without being able to press a single button.
It is top
then Rel dies, getting kicked back. And then Yuan and Cream were trying to kill Dyer, but Dyer has stopwatch, so he just buys enough time.
He has the Seeker's arm guard. His toe is waiting for him as he snaps back, and then BA just full sends it. He gets
wow!
Wow,
and wow! Jackie Love is dead.
Is indeed
and when Ziggs dies, he's like, wow!
Jackie's lying on the floor on TES. I mean, it's quadruple the kills here for Team
24 to 6 in kills. Wild how one-sided this is.
He's going to turn Cream unbinding his soul into a, an attempt for a bit of a ghost engage, but he's just running around the enemy base, just having a great time.
No more 3-0. How do you know it's no more 3-0?
They're going to do the same thing.
You still assume that Top Esports is going to win?
Top Esports, one last
well, I'm not going to lie. If Top Esports doesn't win the series, then my PCams are completely fried.
And there's a full Zhonya's done for Dire here. There are 3 items on the center.
About to respawn. Don't throw this one, Team Secret Wales. You don't need to overstay. You can just go bot lane.
Top Esports can perform a miracle. Jackie behind his Nexus, trying to use that for protection, but that means these Nexus turrets are in so much trouble. And they're just waiting, letting these minions do the work. As first Nexus turret does go down.
Nice buffer on now.
Unbound Soul is going to be able to keep Cream alive, but he still takes so much damage here. Dire just going to be dashing back.
Okay,
there is the Magna Storm. They try and get on top of the Rise. Mega Inferno Bomb not doing nearly enough as the Dawning Shadow comes on through. Fengwei is just going to die as an
holy shit, Histo is flying. Did you see what he just did?
It's Jackie.
That is the game. Team Secret Wales is going to take the game against Top Esports.
That take game number 1.
They even dive the fountain for fun.
And man, maybe we had this team underestimated. Maybe Homolife Esports are just completely ballistic.
I don't think I'd like to be a Top Esports player right now because these guys are gonna get shit on so hard. So is it always like this at internationals?
We were just talking about this.
Okay, but I feel like good coaching is gonna fix it.
Anyone could be anywhere.
Could be anywhere. That then they overcompensate.
All you have to do is just give your team a couple of pointers. If I was the coach, I'd be like,
you're just losing goals.
you stupid jackasses. Why do you take every fight? Look at the map, count the numbers, don't disrespect the enemy team, and play the game.
I mean, they were missing a teleport from the top side of the map, but
I wouldn't really say it exactly the way I did. I would probably go more in detail, but you get the gist of it, the grasp of it.
It's just unacceptable, basically. And we'll
Vi is a very strong blind pick. It gives your team engage. It's a tank bruiser. When there is no Poppy in the game, Vi is a completely fine first pick.
Hear me out. Maybe this is all
she can front to back, she can dive in, she can engage, she can play follow-up. Super versatile. I like the Bard. I really like the Bard.
Be the Bard locked away for BA most likely.
He can stop Vi engage, ulting the person who gets engaged. He can also follow up on side lanes easily with fast rotations, portals.
And that is going to be picked into the Vi.
He's just a strong support in the meta. In lane, good roams, good CC, good front line. Aurora is a flex pick. A good Aurora can buffer Vi ult. When Vi ults her, Aurora can like ult at the same time as Vi ult is about to proc, and then she can like cancel the Vi ult. Then also Aurora is just very strong laner. Regardless if she goes mid or top, she wins lane. I do think you could go Aurora top lane now into this Rumble.
And Cream gets kind of the run of the
So now Ahri is mid lane. Ahri is a counter to Aurora after 6, but pre-6 Ahri loses lane. Rumble is there just to follow up Vi engage and is also a good blind pick top. You could take Aurora into the Rumble. Aurora wins that lane early, and then you could counter pick mid lane. Or you could also just go something like Xin Zhao and play for team fights. I don't like Vi. I think it's really bad. Sorry, not Vi, Wukong. I don't like Wukong. It's really bad. Naafiri counters Vi ult. She can just W when Vi ults her, so Vi cannot really ult Naafiri. And then Naafiri is really good in fights. When Vi goes in too deep, Naafiri can just focus Vi to do a lot of damage, and then you get a reset of ultimate from the Vi, and then you just like roll over the fight. That being said, I feel like Team Secret Whale's comp is now very low on crowd control and very high on damage. So I think Team Secret Whale needs to look for more CC. That could mean something like Ornn top lane, but Ornn is not even good against Ahri and Vi, as it's very easy for them to cancel Ornn's ult and very easy to escape the Ornn ult with dashes. So I'm not really sure what Team Secret Whale can pick top lane here to fix their draft. I think maybe Galio could be good. Galio mid or top. Galio also can follow up against the Vi ult, and Galio can lane against Rumble and Ahri. You could also do Lissandra, then you have a lockdown extra CC, but then you are also like no front line, right? But Lissandra also makes sense. Lissandra is good against Ahri in lane. Oh my god. I really don't like their draft. I mean, I feel like they have not enough setup. They have a misfortune. This champion requires setup. Aurora, Naafiri, they kind of want setup as well. Sure, Bard Misfortune is a decent lane. Bard can roam. Misfortune is pretty good on her own. Misfortune can rush broad 3-star, and that gives her lifesteal, and that just makes her safe. She's good at wave clearing. She can always ult the wave when she's about to get dove. But where is the setup? They need like a Sion, maybe Ornn. But Ornn is bad in the game. Sion is not much better. Like, what do you pick here?
Definitely not the strongest laners these days, these two champions, but if you can get through the early phases, you can absolutely take over in a 5v5.
Bro,
and they clearly are looking
I don't like it. I really don't like it.
Yep.
Jackie Love is the late
I still don't like it. I still don't like it, but Nar is the best. At least he has some setup.
Nar is going to be the final consideration. Not necessarily.
Yeah, okay, I hate it. So Ornn was predicted because they needed Ornn for their comp. But I feel like Ornn is so hard to play in this game. Vi can always Q Ornn when he's trying to ult, or Vi can Q away from him. Ahri can charm Ornn, or just, you know, ult away from him. Yunara can dash away from the Ornn ult. So Ornn has only value against Rumble, or maybe against Lulu. I think front to back from top Esports is also really strong. They have Vi ult against Misfortune to cancel her ultimate. They have Yunara Lulu that just scales very well in team fights. And Lulu can cancel Naafiri ult with her own ult to knock her up when Naafiri is trying to ult in. So I think laning phase should be fine for TSW. But I think the composition from top Esports is so much better. I think top composition just has good setup with Vi ult, good CC, good scaling, good laning. Like,
and things can be problematic from there.
Looks more cohesive than Team Secret Whales.
Think back to where we were in game number 1 as we were loading onto the Rift.
Didn't I say the same thing in game 1 though?
Things are going to be difficult.
Mosquito analyst.
They do this, that, and the
Wasn't I like, yeah, top Esports?
Better all game. So maybe that's just
I think game 1 was really different though, because game 1 laning phase at least clearly belonged to Team Secret Whales. I think this game, Team Secret Whales are gonna lose top lane. And I think the bot matchup is actually, I'm not sure who wins that, but I think Lulu, Yunara wins after 6. And I think pre-6, Misfortune Bard can play slow and poke.
There's not the easiest kind of
they play Half-Life 1 and 2. I think I have.
Also standing still to all
I don't remember, but I think I have. Half-Life was actually a fun game, and then it just ended. And honestly, I feel like at this point you shouldn't make a Half-Life game, because there is no way it's gonna live up to expectations. There's 25 years of gamers. Honestly, a lot of people who actually played Half-Life are probably too old by now. I mean, these guys were in their 30s when they played the game. Now they're in their 50s.
But Ornn to me is not a counter to Rumble. It is an answer to Rumble.
Thank you, Just.
The damage, but
Really appreciate
not
it.
being able to withstand the damage
Thank
thus
you.
far. He's already used both potions. They're very
I played
low,
Half-Life, I'm
and the heal
20.
has been used. Yes,
Well, I
he
played
has barrier, but still a
Half-Life,
pretty
and I'm
tough
20 as
start
well.
to that 2v2.
Chad, to be honest, like if I were to go outside and you would meet me in the middle of the street, and I would ask you like how old I am, you'd probably say I'm 20 something. You'll say I'm like in my late 20s. You'll say like I'm 20, like 7 or 8. Very close there.
20 in dog years.
Not exactly very friendly here. Glitterlance is going to miss as Eddie's
In
still
mosquito years.
feeling like he has an angle. I mean, double up and a love tap probably together could just
Dude, you
kill
never
either
say
of
I'm
these
20,
bottom
I'm
laners, but
45.
He could also
What do you mean
just
45?
face plant
You
and
wanna see a
level 3 now comes
45-year-old
from
man?
Jack with a bit of extra health back for him
Then
and
look at the
Conway. It is
bottom
just going
of
to
your
be
screen
wave
to the
cleared.
right. For Ari, it's a win to go equal in CS when she plays against Aurora. And she actually is ahead. 84 gold.
Yeah, and
You look like a
deadly team
young 30-year-old that doesn't
this
get
region,
sunlight.
right? You can even put like
Thank you.
Gigabyte Marines into that
I-
list from
It doesn't get
all
sunlight
that
is a very
time
nice
ago.
thing to say.
Even though it is Vietnamese, like the
Dyer
Flash Wolves,
didn't really
huge
TP yet. I
one.
think even if the
Not
charm
to
hits,
mention, you
it's
know,
not a
our
kill
world
angle.
champs, from season
Yeah.
2 is Dyer.
Dyer knew the
Oh my
damage from
goodness,
Ari.
That is a lot of damage.
Cold.
Start to get
I don't like how the
tough,
game
a
is
little bit
going.
ugly. And the
For Team
dropping
Secret Wales.
of their 80 carry pick to second round,
I feel like they
it
are,
actually hurt TSW quite a bit because all of the
Top
common pairings were
Esports
banned, right? Ezreal,
has stronger
Jhin,
ultimates.
Caitlyn, all were banned
When
by
Ari,
TES.
Vi,
2 of the
Rumble
3
get
of
their
those were
ults.
in the second round, so there was a cost to them.
And then
saying,
we
"No, no,
also
no, we
have
want
that
some of these
bot
other picks
lane.
a little bit more high priority. They went into Fury
Like, what
on
is the
3,
win con for Team
and,
Secret
as a
Wales?
result, they have a bit
You
of
could say
room to really
scaling,
do
but
it.
is it? Cream is
Dyer
all
in a
laning
little bit
mid.
of trouble here though as Cream looks for the charm, gets it, but does manage to buffer the ulti. Gets himself out of the way. No
I think
mana
this
to
draft
speak
is
of,
just not
but
good.
Cream trading ultimates
So he's though
here
is
in this
queuing
mid lane.
Dragon to check it in
Dyer
case
is
Tian
going
wants
to
to
go back.
sneak it.
Yeah,
Tian
this
can
is honestly
still
really
look
well
for it.
done, by
Tian is
TSW
currently
so
waiting to
far.
finish
TES,
Grump
every
at
time you look,
5:30.
they are out
The reason
trading, but
for
then you look
that
at
is because
TS,
at 5:30 you get
everything's
additional
even, right?
jungle
So, they
cookie.
are hanging
When you
on,
eat 2
and,
jungle
gonna be
cookies,
feeling
you
pretty
get
good about
2
that.
stacks.
TS is
So you
playing a very
then
fragile
finish your
comp.
jungle
They
item to
have a
20.
lot of
Histo is
threats,
doing
they
the
have a
same
lot
thing.
of
You want
damage,
it at
but
20.
a champion
Then you
like
have
Ornn,
Unleash
champion
Smite
like Bard,
that does more
you get the
damage.
good setup on
And Bob
E2
Jungler is
to
hit level
have
6 on
that
the next
easier
camp.
team fight. So we'll see if they can get it.
Tian can look for a chunk.
Look at this. Dyer actually having an incredible
So look, Histo is actually
day.
going for top
So
schedule.
far, game number 1 working out very
And he
nicely
didn't wait
the
on
rise.
cracks, so he doesn't have 1k damage smite.
Really impressive,
Tian
too,
knows
because he
that
has
most
been
likely enemy
someone
jungle is
who's
going to play
been getting a lot
Scuttle,
of
and Scuttle's
criticism.
top side.
You know,
So
when I
Tian
think
knows he can
of-
just start Dragon
of
for free
him
here.
and his international performances, it has mostly been
And now let's
strong,
see
right?
if
He's
Histo is
really
going to choose to
been
invade
having
enemy
a
red
tough
buff
time
when
in
he sees
laning
that
phases
Dragon
against
pop
all
out.
these top mid laners in the world.
Histo can also
And
predict
though he
Tian
has
is on
had
Dragon
really good
because Tian is
regional
not contesting
performances, he hasn't been
Scuttle.
able to translate that, and that was
He
kind of
didn't
a lot of
predict
the
it.
discussion
He's
last
good.
time we saw him
He's not.
internationally was
Yeah,
he's
well.
just not showing up. He's not.
I think a good jungler would take enemy red
in
buff.
game 1 at the very least.
Chad, I would take enemy red buff.
Because of those
I'd
switches, he was able to
take
translate
Tian's
that
red buff.
into a win, which
I'd
is
be like,
much
Tian, you
easier
trolled.
said
I'm gonna
than
take your
done
red
against
buff.
these top teams. Kind of just don't care about
Even
what,
game
Rumble
state is
is
better
doing.
for Top
And
Esports.
it's not as though Zweon went, first strike and was farming gold off him or anything like
Cream.
that. He did go for.
They
more
don't
than
have
combat
lockdown to
power,
kill
but
him.
there
They
is
can
something
get his
fine
ult, but they
Cream
don't
here
have the damage
potentially.
and lockdown.
Yeah, Dyer.
Like, look, even if you gang with Bia and Histo, like, how do you kill Ari? What the fuck? This is what happens when you pick Nafiri, Bard, and Aurora with no setup. Your only setup is Bard flash Q because that is the only crowd control you have on 4 champions you picked bot side. That's why they needed to pick Ornn, and that's why the draft is utter fucking dog shit. Because they have no setup, 0 setup. Who has crowd control?
Right down the middle. That's 6 points in Australia.
It's only 3 points in American football. So,
Oh, is it
so
really?
we'll go with Australia.
Yeah, we got the better points rule.
He's got 6.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
pretty good.
We can also just run around and
Tian can get at least
kick
2.
the ball whenever we want and pass it to each other. There's basically no rules in our football. Okay, Histo, can he actually get one of these? It looks
And
like
that's
the
it,
answer
and
is
he's
yes,
out.
as they
And
are
that's
gonna
fine.
throw the ram
And you use
over
Ornult, and you
towards
get 1
Tian,
for
but
2 grabs, and now Top
they don't have
Esports.
that ulti for the retreat. Will that matter? Looks like the answer is going to be no for now.
Yep, pretty calm.
So this
early
time you could
game
see
here,
Arnold
no
hits,
kills
right?
Thus far. After TSW almost by themselves had a
But
kill.
imagine this
10
happens in a
kills
team
32
fight.
minutes, I believe, by the end of the game. This one
And then
is
you can
killless here at 9.
VIQ,
I think both
Polymorph,
teams
Nafiri,
a little bit less gun, or a little bit more
RE, you can cancel that Ornul so easily. If you consider HLE versus Team Secret Wales, then how G2 versus Top Esports went, then considering all that, I feel G2 will 0-3 HLE. Well, did you consider the fact that G2 is more warmed up today? Did you consider that they will be more locked in? Did you consider that G2 has better drafts because they actually learned? Did you consider the fact that Caps is gonna shit on Zeka? Did you consider that Skewman might just be the best jungler in the world? Did you consider that Labrov will eat the light for breakfast? Did you consider that Gumayushi is gonna call Hansama his daddy? Did you consider that Broken Blade is gonna make fun of Zeus so hard people will forget Zeus won Worlds 2 times?
So need to worry about that one. And can Cream find his way in? That's going to be the question. Remember, this is an Nafiri, can go untargetable, so it can be a little bit annoying.
Me neither. What? Very well played by Tien. Very good lockdown. And guess what? Team Secret Wales composition has no lockdown.
The magical journey is taken for the retreat.
Okay, honestly, maybe I'm a bit of a doomer here, but I think Team Secret Wales should just have
much better, and that is actually the slowest.
And we should go next draft.
This MSI, but
like, if they win this game, I want you guys to call me Mosquito Analyst for the rest of the day. And I will wear a clown wig for the next game as well. Not for like the whole BO5, but I will wear a clown wig for the next game of Top Esports and TSW.
The one that was starting this off aggressively, but
this game is go over.
In the meantime, Juan is very dead.
It's still Gover. It's still Jover.
What Tien has on his mind, looking to try and pick up doubles.
That was a nice pick on Juan, but I also think that Juan should be aware that if enemy bot is not showing bot lane, the only where they can be is top. They are abusing the rookie. Juan is actually just getting abused.
And we're gonna see how it all
yeah, he's just getting abused. Bard ult. Oh wait, he flashed in a straight line though, so he still got hit by Ornul. That was so bad.
That was an easy kill. I mean, they just kind of barred.
Do I like having Ornn on my team? Yeah, I do. Ornn is good champ.
Flashed in a straight line.
I think they needed Ornn. I think without Ornn, this comp is even more unplayable. The thing with the Sinus is Msi.
A very confidence-based player so far at this event, and he's looked very different in wins than in losses. You look at his stats blown out.
Not sure, maybe.
Really been
I feel like it's very hard to draft Nasus when people are aware of Nasus.
We need to see him.
We already had 5 games between Top Esports and BLG, T1, and Top Esports and G2, and we didn't see Nasus. I think if any team would pick Nasus, it would be either, I think, Lion, Inspired, maybe.
I mean, it's a similar story.
Maybe Inspired, because Inspired is a very efficient jungler, but Nasus is so slow at farming. And if not Inspired, then possibly Skewmont. But it's really hard to look for a good scenario for it right now in this meta, when people are aware of the Nasus existence. Oh wait, that stun was good. Why do you use Bard ult after you?
It was very not good.
Very not good.
Yes.
Okay, well, Pun is going to try and find a ram. We'll be able to throw it into the minion wave because he knows that he's dead, I guess. And Tian's going to make his way back down, but that is not even going to get him an assist. That should be a
okay, but you know what? As much as that was dog shit,
are able to just overload the bottom lane and grab
it's
more.
all because the draft is dog shit too.
Tempo control, and they are pushing it.
So he was like, "Oh my god, I need to use Bard ult."
Kind of getting everything control at this point, as Eddie could be.
To lock down Ari. Well, guess what? The stun runs out, and Ari can now ult away.
There on the Vi, because Cream wouldn't be able to actually close the gap. I mean, that ult for BA would be great if you were Nautilus or Rel, but when you're Bard, you just zone use the enemy Ari in the middle of the bullet time.
Juana's ult.
That was not it.
Oh, this is a disaster. Tian has ult as well. I don't know what happened to Histos W. He should always have W, but it looks like he doesn't have W. Okay. I mean, if they can get at least 1 kill back, Eddie's out of mana. And look at what Jakilov is doing to bot tower. Now 3,000 gold lead for Top Esports, and they are stacking dragons very slowly. I think the late game belongs to Top Esports. That's why I like say Top Esports, because then it makes them distinct. Top Esports or TS. TS scales better, yes. They have Lulu and Yunara. They scale better. Okay. I mean, Jakilov flash instead of using his ult to trade for Bard. Holy Jakilov damage.
Trying to deal with Jackilov.
They're trying to turn to Juan. He just flashed away. He will have a good rumble ult angle here. Holy sidesteps! Holy sidesteps! He's still not dead. He's dead now. But I think Nafiri didn't get a reset, and now Jackilov is just stomping them.
And Eddie needs to run for the house now. Finally, Pun's made his way in as the Ram gets a knock.
Okay, so this fight is 1-for-1, but Ari was bot lane, so it's a 5v4 in a way.
Yeah, I mean, they forced the flash off Jackie so early.
Aurora missed too many abilities there.
Really early, and it looked like they were going to get a quick kill on his
is he going to stay? Nope.
His even with the ult. If they wanted to commit to that, I feel like Pun needed to be there way
3 dragons for top esports. They need one more. They have soul at 22 minutes. That's wild.
Yeah. It's like he needs to be there.
Jankos, why are they called top esports near the bottoms?
You need to kind of layer those abilities because he's the only CC.
All right, there is going to be
oh, very nice pick there onto Dyer.
That is going to be the last
and Jackilov eats up 400 gold.
And as
2k gold is...
We're not even at 20 minutes into the game yet, and already
wow.
He is so incredibly strong.
Guess what?
The ulti out of him, so
he can just dash away from Bardul. And that's the only setup we have. Wait, Jackilov?
So
Jackilov is going 1v4, what is he doing? What the fuck was that? Jackilov, you dirty inter!
Maybe this will work for Team Secret Wales as now Cream.
Oh, wow, that charm was sick.
Great charm onto Hisu, who flashes back into the equalizer. Not entirely sure about that one, but he doesn't fall down just yet.
Tian has no ult, another charm connects.
Trying to tank it up as
Tian gets a kill. He gets stunned though.
To deny any sort of escape from this on, and they're going to look for the turret as well. Top Esports.
Okay, but what the heck was that dash in from Jackilov? I mean, in the end, I guess they trade 1 for 2, so maybe he was just baiting. Maybe Jackilov is just a genius. Melee range AD carry. He actually dashed into 5 people there. Chad.
But then you walk
Jackilov as he sets up the magical
okay, Bia has ult in 5. If anything, he should be aiming for Feng Kuya. He has no flash still, and he's playing Lulu.
I respect it, you know, because it feels like this game is falling away from them. That is not going to stop them from trying to make moves as the Tempered Fate.
Okay. They just can't win. Okay, they just can't win. It's just not playable. It's not playable, man.
None of that though, as he is just going to chase them down.
I think that Bard Aurora rotation.
It is kind of what I was talking
and then Nafiri on 3 was so bad. And even if you don't pick Nafiri and you pick someone like Xin Zhao, you actually have like some kind of setup and somebody who can make space. But then pick Nafiri and Aurora and Bard, and then you also pick Misfortune instead of something like maybe Jean to have some setup again. There's a lot of ways of fixing the draft. But the 4 champs on both sides are just so bad together. If you pick these 4 champs together, and you can completely snowball and win lanes, that is justified. If you pick these 4 champs together, you go equal in CS mid lane, you go 40 CS behind in jungle, and you also lose bot lane with Jackilov and Feng Kuya 1. Yeah, well...
Most value. I think all eyes are going to be on Pun and what he can make happen with this GOAT.
Yeah, look at Tian, how far back he is. He is trying to get a wraparound angle here. Coming through the
Tian is cooking.
And,
never mind, he's backing off.
Whales are aware of it. They're just going to retreat down to their jungle. They're trying to hunt. So tough, I feel like, for them to get back in. And D-Ray is looking for a recall team.
Looking at gold gap
coming around towards his bottom side as well as
and comp gap. This fight is unplayable.
Get themselves into a position where they can even contest
this. Chang on Orn. Rambo is pretty bad though.
Gets the heal though, and the equalizer hasn't really done too
much. Bardul is bad.
Once again goes wide. Can they find more with the Rams?
Maybe.
The double knockup. There is the
I mean, the damage trade is not bad, but look at Tian. He just went on to the Dyer and Dyer died instantly. Like by ulted and he's just dead. Now the whole TSW will get run down. Holy, the charms are hitting, and that's a full ace. Top Esports at 23 minutes. Destroy Team Secret Wales. They will not be winning or ending this game, but the game is pretty much done. It's just a matter of time now until they end. Top Esports really took that last game personal. They are playing like a completely different team. But it's also that their draft looks so OP compared to enemy draft. They have all the advantages. That's the Ocean Soul against... when you were really hard winning already, Cream just went Magi. He's so confident. Oh my god, these charms are so insane. insane. He lands the next one on Misfortune as well.
But he just gets polymorph knocked up.
Tien?
Yep, absolutely obliterated. The Baron is still up and available as Tien taking a fair bit of damage here, but it's just Top Esports pushing the mobilized. You explained it. It's so hard
10K gold lead
for
now.
this composition to even work.
Yeah.
And so it's going to
Jankos?
be a bridge to
Jankos is diving Eddie.
The turret might be an option as Eddie down to almost
Daddy
dead
had to flash
before
away
anything's even
under
really
his own
happened. Now
tower.
Bongwei is there to
And they are getting the Bard
Jackie
portal to run.
alive. More
Jankos is going to be full
going
HP
down as
anyway
they're
because
pushing
he has
wave after
that
wave into these inner
ocean.
turrets, and every time they slink it, in a lot
Top
of these
Esports is
fights,
putting a lot of
Esports
respect compared to
doesn't
previous
help so
game.
much
They are
with
not really
that.
risking a Baron.
It's a 10,000
Playing it
gold
slow,
lead, though.
pushing mid lane
At
first,
almost
pushing
26
top lane.
minutes into this game.
Jankos is getting
This is
LDR.
obliteration this time, and it looks like Top Esports
Most likely just last
woken
whisper. I
up
don't think he has the money
after
yet.
that game one humbling that they
Yeah,
had for
just last whisper
themselves.
and clog of agility.
And this is more what we were expecting in this series.
Let them lose in peace.
Yeah. I think they came into this game, they got
Cream.
super comfortable champions to play. They
Yep.
are so used to this style, and they are showing us why.
Bard
it
onto
is so difficult
Bard
to play
ult
against them
onto
on these
Baron
laning
because of
versus
how
Tien.
panicked they are in this
His
game.
vibe
Nah,
is
man,
nasty.
nah.
So comfortable on the Ahri.
What was
Jackie, obviously
that?
famous as being one of the best team fighters of all time. And so it really did feel like they got comfort across the board, and they are utilizing it.
Jackie Love.
All right, the Ram's going to come on through there. Looking
Okay,
for
he's
Jackie.
knocked
No,
up.
Kenneth,
The combo is
whole time
there.
dead with it as well.
And he's still
He'll
alive.
dash
He's
himself
still
out
alive.
with the
Nice
fantastic
equalizer.
corridor at the same time as Jackie turns it around. Pun's going to be the first to go down, and everyone else is almost dead.
Do you see how
just from incidental
do you see how they're
damage.
playing?
Exactly.
Do you see how
The
safe
board is so
they're
far
playing?
forward, and you're wondering,
Get
where's
one
the rest
kill
of TSW? Well, they're
and just
already
go
from Cream,
Baron.
because Cream was
Because our
again
coach is
hiding
going to
behind
slap
the
us
orb
otherwise.
and threatening the carries.
Don't risk
Cream
it.
has
We
never
fucked
caught
up
with
game
Jackie,
one. Let's
even
not
though
fuck up
Jackie
game
had
two.
used all- for
Bayern, they have some
TSW
ugly
to
gameplay.
really
I
continue
wouldn't
that
blame
fight,
them.
to continue
I blame
moving
draft.
forward. As a
Dog shit
result,
draft.
They kill the Ornn, they chunk him
Hard
out,
to
they
play.
take the Baron.
Power going to be absolutely deadly for the TSW base. They're going to try and do their best to clear out these waves. They do have some wave clear on this squad, but I just don't know whether it's going to be enough. As that's a good chance.
10 Magi stacks.
Dire looking for a bit of an angle there as he does half
Elder
health
in
of the Rumble.
2.
But this Ocean Soul, man, it is doing so much work.
Yeah,
here
they
for Top
region.
Esports.
Look at the Rumble.
Yeah,
Plus
and I love how
50,
much
plus
they're
80,
actually
plus
intentionally
50,
utilizing it. They're
plus
forcing
50,
trades
plus 50,
constantly
plus
and
50.
getting value.
XDD.
Oh, Tempered Fate is going to be able to catch Jackie, but he
Tien.
doesn't seem too worried about
Tien.
it. Dire down to half
Tien goes.
health once again. Eddie getting
Wow,
attacked.
this equalizer. Holy shit, Eddie just gets deleted.
From Cream was pretty
Cream just
clean,
don't miss these
and they'll be able
charms.
to
He's
take
so
the
cracked
inhibitor
on
in this
Ari.
mid lane. Is this just the end, though? That's the question. Is Weon going to get
And
himself
Q
a
flash from
shield as they
Tien,
look to
and
make
that's
their
a
way
dead
in? Down goes
Aurora.
Dire to start this one out. The Ram is
28
there, but it's not
minutes.
really doing too
It was
much.
28 minutes for
And
Top
that is going
Esports
be
to
the first
answer
Nexus
back
turret
against Team
falling
Secret
down.
Wales.
Top Esports get the
And that
knock
will
on
be the
Bunny.
game.
Taking out some revenge for what he did in the top lane in game
GG's.
one. As the Nexuses are even in this series, and we've got a best.
I don't
of
think
three
there
to
is
follow
anything to
this.
analyze in this
Couple of
game.
one-sided games. Like
Anivia is
draft,
open.
To be honest, I feel it really
Poppy
kinda
is
fit them,
banned now, so
because
it's actually
if you're
Poppy
gonna
banning
guard, I feel
Poppy
like you
Keck.
need to go for a strong
And a Varus ban.
Thick and fast.
So do you
The
pick Anivia
Akali,
first
the
pick?
Camille,
Do you
and
pick
Poppy, both
a
banned,
jungler?
away. And there is the Varus, Cassio, and
I think into
Yoriana.
Wukong you
First
can
pick
play
Wukong
Trundle.
From Top Esports,
You can play
as we did have the choice of second pick.
Nidalee if you
Team
wanna be
Secret Wales
fakey.
as well, which is quite interesting. We'll see what they're
Skarner
going to
works
get
as well
off the back.
into
If
Wukong.
I'm TSW's coach as well, I feel like Zweon
Let's
has
see.
looked the
I think
most
TSW really
improved
lacked
player,
setup
and
last
I feel
game,
like
so let's
Pun
hope
has
they get
been
more
the
setup now.
X-factor in their games.
Yeah.
I would not
Ezreal
be
is a
putting him on
versatile
the
AD
tech, right? I
carry.
would be giving this guy
Wukong
some
is also a
prio,
versatile
give him some
jungler.
counterpicks, see if you can get
Ezreal can be
Zweon
played with
looking
pretty much every
uncomfortable.
support in the game. You
Even
can go
against
Karma
Ace
Ezreal for
Lee,
winning
who's
lane, but you can also go Ezreal with melee
fantastic.
support.
His Olaf game, he solo killed him, was a really
Ash
big part of
Seraphine
winning
as an
that game
answer
as well.
into
So,
Ezreal Karma.
To me, I feel like I want to
I
see
think this
resources
lane is
given
very
towards
favorite
Pun.
towards
I wanna see
Ezreal
him
Karma.
getting,
Karma
spicy
Ezreal
with
win
the
2v2.
counterpicks. He can play
They
all
push
kinds of
into
stuff.
Ash and
So while the
Seraphine,
Ornn obviously
but
makes
there is
sense
one
into
single
the Rumble,
gank
I just
and
feel
Ezreal
like
or Karma
you
dies
wanna
and they play no
standard against
summoners.
this team. You
It's a
wanna
very
cook.
easy gank
Yeah.
setup for the
And
lane of
already,
Ash Seraphine.
Team Secret Wales actually with
Also,
a really strong
Wukong
core,
versatile,
right? As
but
far
pretty
as
slow
the
at jungle
and
clear,
bottom
and
lane
Wukong is
are
weak pre-6.
concerns in with Karma
Zinzao a
is
bit
very,
stronger
very
pre-6,
powerful.
Zinzao has setup,
The
Zinzao is
chance
better
just general
in
is very
skirmishes
strong,
early.
But on the other side,
I do think I like Top Esports draft better though, because they scale so much better. Ash Seraphine and Wukong scale better than Zinzao Ezreal Karma. TSW is already locking
It really
themselves
is, and
into
my
having
only
a better snowball early game.
feeling side lanes.
Volibear
For
respect
Pun and
ban
Pixie or
against
something
Pun.
like that, or you need some more engaged.
If you are
roles. Like
banning
the volley
early bear, you might be looking for a blind
Yeah,
pick
me
or a
too.
He
Necton.
was just a beast.
There is
on
still
it,
Vayne
he
and
solo
Nar
killed you in
up for
game
top lane
one, so
counter picks.
Don't put Zweon in the
It will be TSW who has last pick. Do you ever ban Ambessa? Yeah. So you ban Ambessa because that was their Volibear was their counter into Ambessa, so you ban Ambessa. And then I think you can, if you want to blind pick top, you can blind pick Gnar. But Gnar can be difficult against Vayne, so maybe something like Renekton. But Renekton also loses to Vayne. So actually, I think it's best to blind pick mid lane here and just drop top lane last pick. Shen?
And it is going to be the Shen.
What?
Man. Very interesting. So
what the fuck?
Worried about a potential Shen coming out here.
Dude, this pun guy is taking so random bans.
Yeah.
I think you can pick Anivia in this comp. It makes sense. A control mage, front to back with Xin Zhao Karma. It's got like a decent follow-up. Syndra to disengage against Wukong. Yeah, Syndra is decent. Okay, Sylas pick has good ults. Ashe ult and Seraphine ult are amazing on Sylas, but they are also blind picking Sylas, and Sylas is bad against Wukong, as Wukong can knock him up multiple times in a team fight, and Wukong also has good damage against Sylas.
Now he could also just drive
this guy, bro, so energetic, love it.
Try and recoup after some difficult laning.
0-6 Sion!
There's tons of different things you can actually play.
Sion is a blind pickable top laner. The biggest counter to Sion in this game is either Vayne or Gnar. Quaya is really good into Sylas. He can just kite him out in team fights, and Quay ult is actually very weak for Sylas. I like this Quay pick a lot. I think top esports team composition has a better scaling and better team fights. This is such a good comp. And Gwen is like an X factor. If she gets to scale, she can really easily deal with Wukong and Sion. Oh my god, we have a Sand! Giga Chad! Give me Giga Chad in the chat. Give me Giga Chad. Give me Giga Chad. Give me a Chadder. I want to see some Chadders. Sand takes Sion and he ults him into the team. And then there's a massive bomba. Sand ult does more damage based on maximum HP on the person you ult. So if he ults Sion, boom! This TSW comp is all about chaos, all about snowball, all about taking every fight possible. But you don't fight with 5 people in total, 5 people like this. That's not how you fight. You know how you fight? You fight with Zed in front, ult the Sion in, and you want Sylas, who is behind these guys, using Seraphine or Ashe ult from behind, or Sion ult, and then you crush them. TSW, winning bot lane early, losing mid lane early, and winning top lane early.
I think this is an
Test, front to back, scale, play slow, don't give into chaos.
To their last draft, which even
holy
from
fuck,
the
man, let's go. I love this guy. I love this top laner. He's making it so exciting. The 2 first games were they rewatch worthy?
In my experience, and kind of just run at you and take those.
I think the first game was, second game not.
If you can build up the true grit, you're just forcing fights.
First game was a lot of skirmishes, pretty exciting. Second game was just a slaughter.
Push him back and look for those aggressive trades. And just get
I like that Wukong invade by Tian is a classic LPL invade. You take blue buff and then you go enemy chickens, you take enemy chickens and then you go your chickens. You are only level 2 after double chickens and blue, but you get 1 combo ahead.
He's like wandering around like, where's the Phoenix stance?
Be able to trade. So he wants to fully reset the wave, but Zweon is just not allowing him to. He's
I like that W.
between the tower and the range minions, not allowing.
He got hit by Sion's Q, but he still shielded himself and
this is the way you play these
got some damage out.
You need to keep the wave stuck there because if the
Nihilista is done with clear, but he lost Raptors.
Can literally walk
Tien has more camps up top side. He needs to be able to take them.
It gets really,
now
really
Histo
ugly.
can look for a dive bot lane.
So much about your wave management.
But he won't do that. He's just gonna base instead.
And Zweon showing he understands that. See, he's just never gonna let those range minions crash. He's just gonna stand here over and over.
Yep.
Oh no,
I think the
Eddie.
Facebreaker is going to be necessary in interrupting a
Eddie,
lot
you
of
gotta
these
be careful.
queues,
Eddie is playing.
Demonstration of that just now.
Is it normal to play Doran's bow on Ezreal?
This matchup can be
I guess when you play Jack of all trades, it gives you 3 stats, so I suppose so. It gives you even 4, no? Doran's bow gives you, oh no, it gives you no health, but it gives you a life steal.
Until he's trying to duck in, you can just throw out that fear and land it.
Okay, Pan is about 10 seals ahead. He can now take his base and TP back. Or he can just keep playing under enemy tower, what he's doing. Tien will have his camp spawning top side as his clear was top into bot into top. So Skylecrab is spawning bot. So Tien can't actually contest it if he wants to be efficient.
Early every single game so far this series.
Yeah, both junglers just kind of power farming it up.
Unstoppable Onslaught does come on through here.
Wait, a big W from Zed maybe?
Grit built up. There's the haymaker.
Holy! Holy!
The way of it. Very nicely
That
done
Zed
there
is a
from
Giga
Zweon.
Chad.
I feel like Pun
good
might
trade.
have
And that's no
maybe
flash for
but
Juan.
Not feeling comfortable.
Like, look at Juan. He's 15 CS down, 360 gold down, and he also is losing pressure, so he can't even stay there.
Yeah,
He has to
exactly.
base.
I mean, a lot of stats
He's also
kill.
maxing Q
Of
on
course,
on
there
set.
is risk,
The
especially
Sion
if
is
the
also
wave
staying
not
very
before him,
greedy,
and if you
but Pan can
misjudge
eat
it and you miss the
apples
true damage,
and be
you're definitely
even
not
more
killing him, and then
fine.
you're just wasting your summoner.
The advantage that
But
Seth has
Pun
in this
does
lane is
hold
that
on,
he's
and
not
now the
using
question
mana.
is gonna be, can he find another
So he can
opportunity
stay as
where he
long
can
as
set
HP
up
is
a
good.
look
He is
for a
good.
kill or just
Chad, you know I was a set player.
Wales right now.
I'm gonna
But
show you my
elsewhere,
set win
things
rate.
are just
I
fine
used to play
for
set
Esports.
jungle.
They have a composition that
I, of
certainly
course,
does
was
scale
very
quite
good on
nicely
it.
as we get-
Enough just yet. Of course, there's
12
always
games,
the X
6,
factor
6,
of a
7.
set.
Oh shit.
Okay, looking for the angle here as the beat drop is not quite going to
Oh,
work
that
out.
Ezreal
That's
was
Joshua
crazy
so much
double
work.
ult, but
Jackalope
Mantra
gets
Q
the
missed.
heal back, though,
I
and
think
Eddie
Jackalope
in
wins
trouble,
this.
tries to get
That's
the
a kill.
approach, he does so, has the
No,
barrier, but he
man,
doesn't have
yeah,
his
with
life.
that
First
Mantra
blood
Q
over
miss.
to
And you
Jackie,
see,
he's
that's why I
looking
don't like
for another
Ezreal
one.
Karma.
Will connect.
Because you make
The
one
volley to
mistake,
finish
you
off
die,
the
and the
Karma,
game
and they
ends
turn
of
around
Ezreal
this
Karma
bottom
being
lane
now worthless.
beautifully.
Yeah, that was. Oh, so he just.
Now, Ezreal Karma, I think it's only
Chases
good
after
if
him,
you are
gets the
much
level
better
up,
as
gets the
players
second
and you can
kill.
completely
And
abuse
just like
the early
that,
laning
Jackie
phase.
out to a
If you are just
significant
average, you never take Ezreal
TS
Karma.
up 1,000
And they have
gold
picked
here.
Ezreal Karma in a
Rihanna's just
situation
parked
where,
that wave permanently outside his
well, I
tower.
mean, all
It is
respect
really
to these
feeling
guys,
like
I don't
they
think
fell
they're much
off
better
the
than Feng Kui and
tightrope just a
Jackalope.
little bit here.
And now they have died
As you
2v2,
were
and now the
mentioning
game
it
is going to get
earlier on,
ruined.
It was the advantage towards the top side for Pun.
Oh,
and Jackie,
no, Pun is just
Feng Kui
getting
are gonna move their
ganked.
way up here.
He has
And
flash.
the unstoppable onslaught's
And
going to
he's
get
still
flash.
dead.
Pun's going to see what he can do as far as escaping. He avoids everything.
He's styling on them and emoting as well. Holy shit.
Jackie thinking about
Never
diving
mind,
the
he
turret,
is
but I don't
not
think he
dead.
wants
He's
to do
alive.
so.
He doesn't die.
Pun survives, but still at the end of the day, it's going to be the Sion now.
But
going
the
back
Pan
to
is
bot.
reopening
Set
top
has to
lane.
walk
Is this a
out
good
towards
idea?
top now, and he's going to be in a 1v2.
You really
where
want
can't
to lane
do
Ezreal
anything,
Karma against
and he has
Sion.
no flash,
I
so
don't
he
think
can't
Seth
threaten an all-in
I don't think Seth can lane
whatsoever.
this.
So run out of damage. She's going to chase you down.
Yeah, and I also think you don't have to do that, right? Like,
Take
just
the chunk.
Jackalope no flash.
also just
Jackalope no
get the
flash.
two items.
Jackalope is getting ulted. Jackalope is getting... Jackalope just got suplexed by a Giga Chadder.
Down goes the Ash, so immediate revenge. Roland.
Sion is proxying at the same time bot lane.
His toe gets set up for success by that ultimate.
Yeah.
Pun slams Jackie in, and they're able to punish the missing flash, even without Pun having his flash. I didn't think
Cream is
Jackie
10
would give
CS
him an
ahead.
angle, but he finds it anyway.
And one played ahead.
All right, well, let's see whether they can translate
But Juan
that
actually
into
TP top
more,
lane.
as at least there's
So they
a
got 3
crash
grabs
here.
and they just swap
So
back.
Pun going
They
to
don't want
have
to play
that
against
wave
this
moving back
set.
towards him, event becoming devastating.
Zed is rushing Stridebreaker.
You're right.
Dire.
Level 9 now
Dire,
hasn't really
Dire.
hijacked anything of note just yet. As even the spiraling despair can do a lot of work if stolen away.
I think if Cream uses all there, Silas has to flash.
Early, where Sion cannot compete at all. And now
One
Sion
plate
is at the
left,
point of
mid
the
gap
game
is
where he has one
insane.
completed item. You're not just going to get one
And
shot.
Tez is also
Continually
getting ahead
clear
bot lane the
those
same
waves,
way.
and as
Just
long as
through
you're not
lane.
letting set farm
1,000 ahead.
plates, he's going to one-shot every wave.
Pan, you have to do some freaking magic in this game if you want to win.
A difficult choice.
I don't think Zed and Xin Zhao are 2 champs that carry a fight against Seraphine, Ashe, and Hui. In fact, I think Quain is such a good champ just because he's playing to 3 melees and just because it's such an easy time for him to kite it out. Use his abilities. As the melees are running into him, he can then aim easier.
As the first Cloud Drake is upon us.
Pan has TP.
After this, Double Dragon on the table.
That's gonna be a team fight.
Looks like top esports with control.
Feng Kui is
Going down
slow.
very low though as Eddie finds him with that
Okay, flash in from Histo. That was a really good play.
Guard to break up the fight, and now Cream is completely
Tian is trying to
offside.
turn to
Has
BA.
flash to get
BA
out
no
of the way,
flash.
but the
BA is
Asher
gonna
is going to fly
suplex.
through. BA
Tian got
going to take that one
suplexed.
up, but
1
there's
for
the
2 though.
suplex, and they take
Cream
down
is trying to
Tian.
kite it out.
Should be that Double Dragon going on over as Dire is
Wait, who's gonna win this one?
once
Who's gonna win
again.
this game?
So much
Team
spiraling
Secret Wales,
despair, but
baby!
it's top esports that
Team
are the
Secret
saddest in the
Wales!
end.
Absolutely are here. Eddie, though,
Eddie?
could be in some trouble. Has the shift, gets over the wall. They're going to go mid.
Holy
so they win
cinema!
The fight here. They get the dragon. And
Team
they
Secret
have
Wales
mid
is so
cryo.
back.
Not to mention it's
Flash for
Chemtech
flash.
Soul with a set
But look at
hit.
Zizo, look at
That
Zizo, look at
sounds
Zizo.
ridiculous.
And the
Now,
karma.
yeah, Histo looking for an angle towards Juan as well as Eddie. Arcane shifts forward.
It's just
gets over
+1.
that wall. It's going to be
And now
Histo
Histo is
locked
gonna
down
put
the corner
Jackalope's
of
flash
Zion.
too.
This game,
Dude,
has just
this game
fallen
is
apart
cooked
in
or
an
what?
instant for top esports.
I was not a
Brilliantly
believer.
played, and so
But now
much of
Histo carried the fight. That W flash over the wall into instantly odious charge. Look at Zenzao. How much space he buys for his team. W flash over the wall, hit it on Seraphine, ult in, get that 3-man ult, be immune to damage. Seraphine's already dead, the fight is pretty much over. It's a 4v5, yeah sure you can kill Karma for it, but Seraphine uses his ult so well. Sylas zones away Cream. Remember that TSW wants to get a flank, they don't want to front to back it, right?
Exactly, just walks him down, steals the ulti. And is able
it's still a winnable game. Oh, yeah. Scratching you hurt a little. Scratching you hurt a little bit. Oh, Vangue is there again. Oh, Tien is dying too.
Shueyan is actually going to be turned on. Histo just wants to hit.
I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater.
And Team Secret
I just happen to be supporting Vietnam.
And I think they lane. And speaking of things not looking very good, I mean, you're about to hit the 2-item spike for the Ezreal.
I think the big one here is Soul. They got that Drake, so they can try to snowball the game before they get outscaled. I believe in this game Top Esports will outscale. I don't really know how good set scaling is. I think it all depends on if he can ult Sion, AoE, teamfight, if he can get like flash in, E, AoE, W, and so on, right? So set scales with, I guess, player ability. But on average, I think set doesn't scale that well because he's very easy to kite. So if he plays against good players, they can actually be aware of his abilities. And then hopefully he doesn't get like these crazy flashy plays. But if they can get Soul, I mean, that's a good advantage for Seth, for Sylas, for Zinzao. All of these champs benefit from Chemtech more than range champions do. Tian?
Yeah, Histo is just always going in, man. Tien is going to be able to use that Warrior Trickster to get himself out of the way. But I love watching Histo playing from ahead. He is a completely different player. This guy only moving forward, only going in and putting that extra pressure down. However,
Direk could have went for both plates. I'm a bit disappointed he moved. But the logic was fight, and the fight did not happen. So he's gonna buy Serapens.
Has been kind of in this awkward spot.
In this game, I feel like Tien could buy Serapens, but it's just gonna take a while. Third item, Serapens is fine on Wukong. He needs Thunder Sky Trinity, that's his core. Do you think Sylas rush is good? Rodobage is rushing this game.
He has a wave there as Fun just collects some plates.
I don't like Rodobages if you can get away with not building it. Sylas really needs CDR, and Rodobages gives you no CDR. So if you can get away with it, I hate Rodobages. It gives you very low damage and no CDR. But if he feels like he needs it for lane, then he should build it. Like Roa is better for lane. Proto is better for teamfight scaling. Okay, so TSW has Herald. They can use this Herald aggressively, not to get a mid tower, but instead to just have a better teamfight.
There's a mid lane option in like Kesper Cup or something. No, he wasn't playing in Kesper Cup, so
you'd love it.
Might have been BLSK Cup or something like that. It was one of the cups.
It's made for you. The name is Defense of the Ancients.
Of the League of Legends Persuasion prior to this game.
Look at D-Ray.
All right, looking for the angle. Can
Here
he
we
find
go.
the right hijack? That's the question.
Oh my god, he flashes and got a 3-man suplex into Sion! And that is just so much damage! The setup is there, but nobody died! Jackie Love now! Histo! Oh, they dodged the Herald, but so who cares? The Pan is still there doing damage! Look at that slapping the Seraphine! Seraph's like, pow! Seraphine is getting slapped left and right! Bitch slap! Holy shit, he's dead, baby! And guess what? Herald is alive! Not Herald, Baron is here! Dude, this set is so cracked! What the heck is that team fighting? Pam! That was so well played! He sees his angle, he instantly flashes in, even though TSW keeps up Dragon. Sion is a troll pick. Dude, I hope more people are gonna play set into Sion. It actually does make Sion look like a troll pick. That being said, Sion is 0-7 at the tournament, so it might actually just be a troll pick. Look at that! And then he gets a 3-man E as well. Look. 3-man E. Only Seraphine avoids it.
And watch the W flash. Full bar, W flash.
Jakilov gets obliterated.
It's a punch to the face, sends him back.
And now he
to
just bitch
base.
slaps Tian.
And then
he's gonna bitch slap Seraphine as well.
He is dead, but he's
Holy shit, and he lifesteals somehow. I think the triumph from Seraphine kill.
Back, absorbs just enough damage.
That Scorchon Dry is confused. Look. He's like, huh? We are winning? Like, what? Oh,
He
shit.
has to use the Crescent Guard.
Oh my god, another good ult! Another Timony! Another good ult! This time he's dead though. No, he's not dead!
On 10 health or something. Dire would get himself out of the way, or Dire, if I'm going to say it correctly, is Shueyan trying to escape, does so. And this inner turret not going to be falling just
He
yet.
just finished Overlord's Blood Mail, so he has even more
Getting a
damage.
show from Team Secret Whales
Oh
here in
my.
Game 3.
Oh,
As the
Fenku is
Encore-
choking. He's like,
I don't even know
guys, you have to go.
what
Guys,
wants
guys,
to
I
see
have to
it
go.
again.
Guys, I have to team fight. I missed.
That angle.
Jankos never been in the Tian Hate Watch allegations.
And you get a comical amount of damage.
I support the
on
Vietnamese team,
Flash
not.
with this build.
I don't hate.
We're
I hope
expecting
Tian
Terrence.
wins.
You're basically just
It's
Chat,
going to
do
be
you
a choice,
think I'm such
here
a
from
little
Bun. This
man
time,
that I'd be
as I
salty
haven't
because
kept
somebody
up
beat
on my
me?
set
I don't even
builds.
remember
Some
that
people
Tian
go
3-0'd
Derek, some
me
people go Titanic, some
at
people go
2019
Warmogs,
World
some people go
Finals where he
Deadlands.
played Lee
There's
Sin
lots
3
of
times
I'm
and he was
sure
the
some
MVP of the
people
final.
would go,
Like, I don't even
Burrow
remember
as well.
that. So he's very nice about Tian.
They've kept
villages
some
are
in a
being
turret. Yes.
They're losing all
He
the jungle.
At
is
least there are no villages in the villages. If that makes any sense at all.
Going
He's
in
gonna go white.
and
Tien
killing
with the
Xin Zhao.
Cyclone, gets on top of Histo. As Dire trying
And
to
he,
do what he
plays a
can
very good Lee
to
Sin.
keep his jungler
Okay,
alive. But
Jakilov
Histo
with the
is gonna be
shutdown.
going down. Eddie now finds
Pan
himself
is
in
not
an
here,
awkward
that's the
spot, but a
problem.
lot of
They need to
damage
play with
onto the
Pan.
Seraphine.
Result of that, but this time they chase down
He got
Histo,
3
they
plates
punish
out of
him
it.
for
Pretty happy set.
Pun just barely
Happy
did not
set
have
game,
TP
and-
for that fight. So they have been tracking the TP timer. I think they
And
realized
he's built a
Set is
Stride
down
Breaker
top.
into
He's not gonna be able
Overlord.
to respond to this. Will force the play because Histo is just getting so far ahead of Tien. He's 2 full level.
And whether they
Jankos
can
lost
play
to
around
this.
it at all is going to be a big
Chat,
question, but they
Tien
have
is
to
a
if they
good
want to get
player.
back
What do you mean
into this
Jankos
game.
lost to
5,000
this?
gold is
Besides, it
not a
was like
meager amount,
20 years ago.
of a lead that
Back
Team
then,
Secret
he was
Whales
really
have.
good, and I
They're
was
gonna
really
look
good
for
too
Soul
back
Point.
then.
They will be able to collect it here. At least Top Esports got the last streak, so it's not Soul. And they're able to get a...
Guys actually just fell off before they took this tower. Very heavily in the objective bounty calculations. Well, and
Jakilov has 3 items out of that shutdown he got from Xin Zhao.
Yeah.
This is a champion
C44,
that wants to
LDR,
get
and
low health
PD.
with the Overlord
Lots of
Blood Mail, get
crits,
maximum value there,
lots of
utilize
slow
the
bonus on the Ash
sustain at
passive,
low health.
lots of
And you
extra
have Karma
damage.
as well, you know, for the additional shield.
Not gonna be easy for...
I mean,
This is
if
a
they manage to
good
get...
Soul.
not gonna be easy for TSW to win team fights even though they were ahead.
Bloodmail.
I think they have to look
know
for a
what?
way to
I'm
kill
down.
Jakilov.
He may as well.
The
Why
good
not?
thing
You know,
is, when
just
Set is so
treat
fat, if they can all
treat
flash on the Jakilov and
deserve
Jakilov
it.
He
dies...
also is, you know, ahead by over 1,000.
I feel like if I am a TES coach right now, I'm looking through all of Pun's solo queue accounts.
Yeah.
of his match
If I'm
history,
TS coach, I probably
and
just
I'm
like
prepping
I try to
5
ban
bans for this
Pan.
man.
I don't even care about the other
must play
players.
meta.
Just like try to ban this guy out, otherwise he's fucking Jover.
Shen,
Urgot,
Alawi, Urgot, like all of these
Crazy how like
ridiculous
one player
champions.
can make so
And
much.
then he's going to come out with
chaos.
Nexus.
Yeah,
And
no,
he's
it's a
gonna-
great
I
job.
think that Harsi in general is trolling pro
It's
play.
always the
If you play
difficulty
against 3
because
melees,
most
minimum
of the
3
time these
melees, I
players
think
can just go
Harsi
back
can
to
be
playing the meta
justified.
stuff, and
If
it's
you
meant
play
for a
against
reason.
anything but 3 melees,
That's right.
it's
Team
bad.
Secret Whales just trying to keep Top
If it's
Esports
4
away from this
melees, that's
Baron pit.
amazing. If it's 5 melees, then enemy team is
And
gonna
if
lose
the
either
map
way,
is dark,
XDD.
like, these flank angles from Set and from Silas are just so devastating, especially if it gives you a good hijack angle. And wanting to get
Okay,
that on card is
240
going
for
to be a big
Dragon, and
deal,
they are
but also
starting.
enchant
They don't know that
Chrysler
there
as
is a
Cyclone.
ward. Okay, now there's no ward.
Level 16 for the Silas as well, so the hijack is on such a low cooldown that he can cycle through maybe a couple
Pan,
of these ults.
dude, he looks like he wants to ult the Sion in now. Like you can actually see he wants to ult Sion in.
Frontline, my friend, especially not if Pun is there, and he is now walking towards him. Spiraling Despair is the choice to start this one off for Dire.
And it's okay for them to start it up.
Okay,
They
he's
don't
just
need
using
overcommit
this ult
because
to
they can just
poke.
play for soul.
Yeah.
Don't take anything too risky.
This ult
but
did nothing. It
trying
didn't
to get
even
some
break
chunk down on
Sion's shield.
Zweon. He still is Sion, even though he's behind.
Yeah.
Not going to be that easy.
I think
to
Silas
punch
ult,
through,
on,
so
like the
TSW
Quay Silas ult is not
stay
it.
calm of the game here. If you're going to try to do a Baron, TS can definitely punish you.
Well, they're walking towards them now. Q is not going to quite find the angle here, as we can see. Eddie's Mystic Shots are actually doing a lot of work. He's gone Cyril as his third item as well. So
Okay, Tien is losing half HP.
Tien
Tien is getting so low. Tien tries to run away. There is a Dragon up. Tien is dead! Tien is dead! Tien is dead! Now they're chasing Juan.
Talon Strike catches him. Even over
Very
the
slow
wall, his face is
fighting.
broken.
Juan
And
is dead
down he
too.
goes. Pun One is indeed unstoppable here in this
And now
game,
that's gonna be a Baron for Team Secret Wales.
Going over to Team Secret Wales.
I lost to this.
Timing to set up for the soul as well as D-Ray.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, going to be able to take the inner turret.
Tien was a different fucking machine back then.
But man, this Baron is going to be pretty devastating. It is already the 6.5k
And
gold
Pan
lead,
secures the
moving
Baron
that
like
one
a
up
true
to
Giga Chad that he is, carrying the game
7.3K,
alone.
As we'll have to keep our eye on the Rebel
He has
Baron power
Starak
play and
now,
see
he
how
has
much
3
that is
items,
going
so
to
much
improve.
bonus
We see
AD.
this one yet again.
And it's D-Ray on
Look
the
at
flank.
Tien,
He's
bro,
been
he's just getting
positioned
bullied.
So well
Wait,
in
but does
these
it
fights.
mean
He
that
just
did
came over
G2
the
break
wall.
top esports,
Tien was
or is
trying to get in there,
top
get some
esports
vision.
just
I think he had to be a
fraud?
bit more patient, wait for a hawk shot, wait for Zweon to move
Because
first.
now that I think
was a
about it,
very
G2 was
secret
struggling
monkey.
against top
Exactly.
esports, so
He
are we
felt
just
like
that bad?
We're going to be on the Baron already, that he needed touches over the
Chad,
wall.
imagine
He
what
quickly
Histo would do
realized,
to
wait, I
2019
can't actually follow
Jankos.
my teammates
Bro,
out. If I do,
Histo
I'm
was
giving
probably
Sentinel
in
onto my
elementary
team.
school
So we
back
kinda
then.
had
What
to
do you
set
think
it
you
down.
do to me?
And Pun just held on to that.
The kid
Pun has
didn't know what
flash,
League of
Pun
Legends
has
is.
ult, and Pun has Asterix, and they're trying to walk through him.
All right, Facebreaker is going to miss as now Tien thinks that's his opportunity to go in.
Holy
Oh my
hell,
Lord,
that
was
W
just the
damage.
clone, but still,
It was the clone, but
Haymaker doing a
still.
whole lot of work here as we can see. Unstoppable.
Wait, this is fine, no? Just rush Dragon. Why don't they just rush Dragon?
Like,
let Dire buy time and rush Dragon.
Looking for the movement on the side. I like
They should be really
You've
careful
got
how
Pun
they,
flashing out of the
exactly.
way.
I mean, now he
Actually,
had to
the
flash.
Ash Arrow not
That's
wanting
really
to
bad.
take
Ced
that
really
one
wants the flash
up.
for
This
team
is Chemtech
fights.
Soul though.
Okay, they have Ash Arrow.
The Ash Arrow has been picked up here.
Oh my
by
God,
Dire
Tien
as
gets
well. He
hit
throws it
twice.
out immediately.
Tien
There it
goes!
is. The
And that's a
showstopper
soul!
for
That's a
Bunny
soul! I repeat, that's a soul! Histo is on top of Jackilov! Jackilov is all the peel he can get! He's stopping shots! Tien is dead! I repeat, Tien is dead! Jackilov is two!
It is lights out.
One! Not even a single kill for Top Esports! As TSW is running them over! Vietnam will take the second game against Top Esports! Team Secret Wales! They need one more to close out the series!
What a play.
And as long
here
as
from
they give
TSW,
counter pick to
they
this
are about
Jackass
to
in the
take
top
us
lane, I
to
believe in them.
Match point. We haven't had
They just need to
a
give
four-game
more
series
counter
so
picks to
far
Pan. He
here
is
at
performing
MSI.
like
If they
crazy.
manage to follow up this one, it will be our first. We'll see whether they can. to keep
Holy
the LCB
shit,
in the
he is good at the
tournament.
game.
Top
What does
esports,
Giang
they
Van
have a
Cốt
composition
mean?
that's,
Okay, basically they refer to me this way, and okay, I can just like ask ChatGPT, right? To Giang Van Cốt is a nickname that Vietnamese League of Legends fans gave to Jankos during 1890 international events. The joke has a few layers. Giang is a Vietnamese surname chosen because it sounds similar to Jankos. Van is extremely common Vietnamese middle name for men. Cốt, literally bone, is a humorous play on Jankos' reputation at the time for feeding. Just humorous. I was not feeding. It's just humorous. Or having rough games against the Vietnamese team Van Vo Buffalo. Fans jokingly portrayed him as a honorary Vietnamese because he seemed to help the Vietnamese team so much. Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, that's my nickname in Vietnam. So that's why Giang Van Cốt.
Credit though to Zweon.
Like the game which was so
in the
peak.
1v1 did completely fine.
Wow,
He
they
did counter
instantly
matchup,
pick
he held the wave in the right
Nar
spot,
and they
kept
abandoned
the
his
farm
volley
pretty
better.
even.
So look at
They
this, they
actually struggled with the set
try
team
to set
fights,
up
which is not where I
Yuan for
expected it to be
success.
their issue.
Yeah.
But I wonder how spicy does Pun get? Do we
Caitlyn-
get something like the vein? Does he
At
bust out a vein
least.
into this?
Yep.
Like I am super down for him to
Like,
cook.
what, I'm not really
There are
sure
so
what Pan
many
is going to play into Nar.
counter
If you want to
Yeah,
go
like,
very aggressive
why would
lane, you
GF,
could
I
pick
hate putting
Irelia.
this out
But I
there
feel
and
like,
people play it.
I mean, bro, if he picks Irelia and he carries the game, dude, I don't know, man. Like, he's just the GOAT.
Kind of like you. I feel like the champ.
But I do like the carry in the Elise. That being said, who carried the game so far? So far, who was carrying the game is Pam.
You can just pick all the AD
I don't think
carries.
Eddie and Bia really did that well. And now you are betting on your bot lane and you pick bot lane early.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced. I think Jakilov could just pick Jean and do 50-50 handshake
This
bot.
is kind of fun. This is a lane that has found some value.
Oh yes,
There is
Jakilov
a
plays
Mel
Nah,
picked
this
up.
is a
Could be
T1
the
draft,
Mel,
bro.
could be
T1
the
wins
Raven.
this.
Little Camille action.
Top Esports stole the T1 draft.
Get the
6-0
pairing.
Mel, by the way.
Because, Camille didn't
You could go Camille here. You could go Leona into Elise.
They did.
Problematic.
But he was Carry was Pike, and it's always really hard.
I really like this draft from Top Esports. They are doing way more early game focused draft here. Let's see if they answer the Kiana jungle with something like Olaf. Olaf is banned actually because he was played top lane.
Pike You can't even really convince
Skarner, I think, is
yourself
good
that you could do it.
for
it's gonna be hard to
TSW.
convince your team to let
Skarner
you do
sets
it.
up... Skarner doesn't die to Kiana ever. That's a Mundo jungle probably, but I think Skarner is better than Mundo in this game.
Yeah, Kalista support, anything. He was playing Varus support towards the end of...
Not a big fan of Mundo. I think the reason why we would pick Mundo here is because the front line against Mel, tanks are good against mages, normally against birded mages like Mer, and then you also have it against Kiana. Kiana has to Q Mundo with blue Q to remove his passive, then she can ult him. Mundo actually wins 1-1 against Kiana and gets too tanky for her, so I do see the logic. But against Skarner is a better champion that has more setup for Caitlyn and more crowd control, and Skarner Mundo clear is actually quite similar after Mundo nerfs, so I definitely like to see Skarner jungle over Mundo.
The good old lethality that doesn't work.
Vayne ban, so they're still afraid of Pan. Camille ban is good. Camille Mel, we know this combo from HLE, from T1. Camille roams, Mel is playing weak side, Mel can 1v2.
More of the draft.
Sorry,
Or that.
See more
Malphite?
Yeah.
These are some wild bans. So this pick should be a top laner to answer the Gnar, as you already can counter pick mid lane later on. And you see Gnar, so you're playing into Gnar.
They are scared.
Yeah, this is.
They are scared of Pan, yeah.
So am I. So that's fair.
Yeah, so am I.
They banned 4 top laners.
And then a whole bunch of theoretical
Bro, let's go this guy! I love you, Pan! I love you! Yasuo into Gnar, that's a classic matchup! Yasuo! Oh!
Okay,
That one's not as cool.
I was okay. Well, I just got blue bolt.
You taught me a lot about.
So Yasuo can block Gnar Q, and that makes Gnar Q disappear, and then Gnar has no Q for a while, and Yasuo can always hold in Gnar. But instead of that, they pick Yorick, and Yorick's a bit boring. Yorick just spawns bunch of ghouls in lane, and then just throws E at you. If you get hit by the E, the ghouls run at you. Gnar cannot really kill ghouls easily, so Yorick can actually win side lane against Gnar after 6.
Sort of the only one that's left out of the classic Mel pairings.
Pyke?
We have seen before,
Pyke similar to Camille, good roams, good lane.
Is going to go. The Syndra
and Syndra is a brilliant mid pick for extra crowd control, extra space in team fights. Syndra doesn't really get punished by any champion in the game, she can always lane. So it's a good blind pick. And she's a good team fighter. I like the Syndra pick a lot. To be honest, I'm not sure what Dire is gonna pick here.
Well, then that's fair.
You know what I think is good here? Hear me out.
Xerath. Them flexing. I think it's probably unlikely. I think it is probably Mel bot.
Yeah, that champion is not allowed.
Maybe if there's
I wish they could pick Lock.
where the matchup is going to be better for Cream mid because Cream is blinding, right?
But it's probably gonna be Victor and it's gonna be boring.
Maybe there's
Do you wanna pick Zoe into Mel? Not really, right? Victor, extremely hard to play against Pyke, Syndra, because of the amount of gank setup they have. I expect this game to go this way. I think that top Esports will somehow 2v2 kill Caitlyn and Elise, after which Pyke will roam to mid lane and get a kill on Victor, after which top matchup is gonna stay about 50-50 with Pan having a little CS lead, and then top Esports is just gonna snowball through the Mel and through the Pyke and through the Syndra. That's how I see the game going.
Percentage HP damage, like that is nice, but it's more about a side lane thing.
I think scaling wise though, I believe that Team Secret Ways have better scaling. It's gonna be really hard to kill this Mundo later in the game. Nobody really kills Mundo in fact later in the game. So if Team Secret Wales can be equal at 25 minutes, they can win. But early game is really against them. Jungle, Kiana is better for ganks, for pressure. Pyke is better as well for ganks, for pressure. And Syndra is also more of an early game pick. Victor is strong lane too. Bro, my editor just said this. Should I kick him? I sent him the explanation for, you know, Giang Van Cốt, and he said, is there a single community that doesn't call you an inter and will include that too often?
They just let Pop get into the comfort zone and take...
Mundo now compared to Mundo at Worlds in 2025 just has way slower clear.
It is very true, and it's also going to be one of these comps, you know, for TSW where, sure, am I at the objective first? Like, that is really the important part because you Caitlyn traps and all of these tools to really make it tough to get in.
Whoa, Eddie might just be dying, though.
Thank you, Queenist. Appreciate that, Mons.
Burning at first blood over to the Elise. Eddie survives as well, and man,
we have seen this yesterday as well, that Elise and Kate win level 1 and they get a kill because Pyke gets overconfident and the damage from Kate is higher than Mel early. Then we'll see what level 3, what happens level 3. You remember the T1 game yesterday against BLG, game 4, it was the same story. So chill out, it's not over yet.
Devastating, and it's I mean, I've kind of been caught up in this series and just how impressive. Never mind, I'm going to be caught up in this fight here as well as
Tiana, baby.
Gets the shield from the Q, but Tien is just going to skip on over.
That looks so free now. Just walked up and got a kill. So Mundo is now done with clear at 230.
And Tien just does a little drive-by and takes that kill.
You don't want to see that. You TP to lane, you instantly lose 20% of your HP.
Yeah, of course, I'm dead
and
from this
Cream
position.
is about 5 to 6 minutes ahead. Thank you, Alan. Thank you for 62 much. Thanks so much.
Recover a little bit of the... If TSW do win the series, this would be the first time in Vietnamese teams' histories that they have ever won a best-of-5 against the LPL at an official Riot event.
Now, Team Secret Wales.
So I haven't told you, but there was a second cockroach in my room.
Does get missed by the wall.
Now I got worried.
Still just trying to fight this one out. The Ghoulie wall working out beautifully. Down to the middle.
Holy shit, he sidestepped it! Ban sidestepped that Q from Nat and that makes him survive!
Locks up the kill with the
Holy, he's alive!
Oh, that is such a tilter because Zweon was laning so well in that 1v1. He had a solo kill for sure.
And the wave is good for Pan as well. He can just base TP back.
Oh, B8 actually taking a lot of
wow,
damage here.
That was very well played by Elise.
Okay.
He gets that full trade. If she ignited...
Had it available, just didn't manage to press it.
That was very, very close. And
he already killing from Q. But the more important was the sidestep that he did. And now he has plated Steel Cap, so level 6 he will start winning.
When it was a very similar matchup to this.
If he walks into that trap.
Similar start, and then
okay, so Bia predicted.
Bia actually looking
Wait, Bia?
He finds the ignite this time.
Oh my god, that's it! That's just a kill! They don't even do anything to Jankos, they just kill Fenkuye.
Time you saw support solo kill on another support.
Holy shit, that's insane. Pan is 1 million till 6. He might actually win this.
The last time, maybe it's now.
He had to flash away, but he gets 6, so he's fine.
Top esports fans not going to be happy about the one that we're having. As Histo is looking for Tien here at the same time.
You can see Mundo against Kiana is not fun for Kiana. It's really not fun for Kiana. Like Mundo will be unkillable this game, absolutely.
Normally you don't want your support
It takes a while. That's why Yorick is annoying. You see this? Yorick spawns ghouls when he last hits with Q, and then he just presses E, throws E at you. If you get hit by E, he spawns ghouls, and then the ghouls jump on you, and then you lose HP. Syndra is such an annoying champion, bro.
This Pike won't be able to make his way back into this game.
I think Syndra should not be able to pick up Skull Crab. That's my opinion, as a jungler.
Esports are getting devastating, but we are getting closer and closer to that point. As there is the bone skewer going to be.
Remember my prediction of Pike roaming mid and killing Dire?
The unleashed power comes through, but it's not quite enough damage.
I'm a mosquito analyst, so he didn't kill him.
What? How did he not die?
Null magic man is OP.
And it seems like that is going to be enough. Fenkuye, it was a good attempt. The flash, did set up the play, but they just simply don't have enough damage to do it.
Pan is tanky, but he has no flash. He has played Steel Caps, no flash. Oh my god, Tien missed ult. Oh my god, Tien missed ult and Sean has to run away. I think he might 1v2 this. I think Pan might 1v2 this. I think Pan might 1v2 this. He's actually 1v2ing this. Holy shit, Tien is washed and Pan is not. Let's go, man. 15 CS ahead. 1v2s. Giga Chat Yorick.
Kept going and killed him, except he saw Foda kept going. Starting to feel like we're living in an alternate timeline.
Dude, now I'm watching this. I'm thinking to myself, like, maybe I don't know. Maybe like, maybe we should import Pan. You know, like maybe he should be playing instead. Like Fnatic needs top lane. Actually, Fnatic already like import. But I'm just saying that, like, what if Europe imports Pan? I don't think Europe ever imported a Vietnamese player, but I feel like this guy could actually teach some of our top players how to play the game. Actually, I kind of don't want him to go to Fnatic because that sounds like it's gonna only make things worse for him.
As they're going to need to, not looking like it's working just yet. However, I may have helped him out here with a little bit of a curse in the other direction. Let's see whether that does actually make an impact. As Cocoon, gorgeous here from BA, who is back to his game 1 ways, playing exceptionally well on this Elise.
Yeah, really good job there. Does spend the ignite, chunks out.
Mundo is just pushing out the Kiana. She can do anything. At this point, 1-1 matchup, Dire can also do okay against Syndra. By the way, Yorick is securing grabs. I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear that Yorick is securing grabs. Tien is dead. Tien is not dead. Tien is dead. 1 for 1 though. 1 for 2. But I don't think they can kill Mundo. Mundo just walking out. Just business. Slap spike.
That is not a good news story. In the meantime, Pun is killing the Void Grubs.
He just sold them.
Yeah,
York
Pan
is
just
actually
solo killed
really
void grabs. He
good
got
at
3 out of
taking
3 void
objectives
grabs. Bro, Pan
that
is
actually so
the
smart.
top lane
He does not
gap
have to wait for the jungler
is
to
so
come up there. He's
fucking
not
big.
complaining. Get you a top laner like Pun.
Exactly.
Just takes
Okay,
all
I think actually this might be bad. He has no smite for like 3 seconds, by the
What an
way.
incredible performance.
Okay,
So
yes, smite
fun as
now.
well with the champions he's picked up. Briefcase connect.
Cream had
Onto
to
Cream
flash.
has to flash the cocoon.
Oh, he just got the plant. He just added to that sky and got that so close.
He does.
And they get the dragon and they get away as well. Holy shit. I think he's should look for a base. I'm sure he has heart steal now. Please don't troll.
There, by the way.
Just base, bro. The game is so good. You got dragons, you got grabs, you win side lane with Yorick.
With York, who's already ahead.
Juan?
They get the dragon, and we're about to see
Wait.
Swayon die.
Yep, the E comes on through. He flashes.
Holy
He didn't even need it. Just presses Q once again.
He's just way too good at League of Legends.
Isaac.
He gets another solo polo. That top, there's no stopping to that top gap.
No.
Back to the cocoon flash. BA setting it up.
That's
onto
cocoon.
TN,
Jakilov doesn't
and then
bounce. I think
goes
Jakilov is
Hizdo.
not
Look
good
at
on
the
Mel.
damage from
His
BA,
W
by
usage
the
was
way.
terrible.
Gets him down to almost no HP. Hizdo goes in, picks
Unless
up
he
the
had no
kill.
W there.
chases
That
down
could excuse
Fengyue,
him.
Gets another. You touched on it, but Mundo getting accelerated is so problematic. I talked about it in draft. They are just such a low damage
He's
comp,
like-
and you can see the frustration there.
Yeah.
There was just no
I think
world
Juan
in
and
which he wins from
Fenkuya
that
are
spot.
the 2
You're
rookies of
jumping
top
into all the pools,
esports,
the
and I
maiden,
think they
and
just
there was
don't
minions
perform under
there.
pressure,
It just
and that is
felt to me
somewhat
like
understandable.
You're always going to die. Maybe he thought he could kind of like outplay
If they are
and get
rookies,
into Mega
right?
and then win from there.
Yeah,
but
maybe
I
he
just,
thought that there was just no way out. Maybe he thought that it was kind of doomed.
Look at how
but
good
I
Pan
didn't
reads the
really see
map.
that as an
He
angle
knows Wave is
either.
pushing to him. He's gonna be
That's a
fine.
little
He
bit of a
backs
worry.
off.
3.5 minutes on the Dragon here as the Peacemaker comes on. Sorry, the Ace in the Hole comes on through. BA is down to 50% though. Jakilov still doing some damage
Jakilov,
with his
this
Proto
could
Belt
be a dive
now
angle.
put together. But he is getting closed in on it. Hizdo moving on in. Tian is going to show himself, and that should mean the retreat of Team Secret
Wow.
Whales. Great Bone Skewer is going to connect. The Ignite comes on through, but they're not committing to this play.
Jakilov ult.
Comet comes down.
Oh,
Not exactly in
so close.
range of the ultimate either. He still throws it out, but Eddie will live.
This guy makes you to look
Barely
bad.
doesn't have enough damage to
Chill,
actually
guys.
finish him
Chill.
off
G2
there.
will have their
Maybe
chance
one
after
more
this
spell.
game or after the
Yeah,
next
Auto
one.
or two, he would've been
Before
low
you
enough
call
to get
G2 bad,
executed.
let's see how we are gonna
Obviously,
expose
getting
HLE.
bodyguarded at ES, so feels hard.
Oh, God. All right,
Yeah, it
Shreyan
does
is
when I
looking
watch
for more.
Pan play.
You can't take the ghouls like this. It's like
Yeah, Cream was rotating
What?
down. That's why he was going in, but he was about to just die before the Syndra even arrived.
Oh.
Smartway is just, he's just dead.
That's one for Mundo.
Tian might be following suit here. These briefcases are really hurting. Heartsteel now done for Hizdo, and Jakilov kind of wishing that he has rebuttal on the same cooldown as the cleaver toss.
Uh-oh. Tien is around, but can they stay alive? That's the question.
Yeah, Dash Cannon comes forward, doesn't quite find the snare though onto Eddie, and Hizdo is just going to do that wander at them.
Okay,
maneuver.
well,
They do
Jakilov
have
played
the
it well, but they
rebuttal
still get a
available
flash
for
out
one
of Mel.
them.
That's what they came
That is
for.
going to at
I think
least allow,
TSW should look
Jackie
to
lead
go
this
to
way.
bot lane and play
Jackie
Dragon.
plays
They
it
can
well, but
easily
it does
stack
cost him a
Dragons with
flash,
Mundo
right?
being
So
so
Hizdo
ahead.
says, sure, that's fine. So
Oh, I
TS
just
trying to
realized
overload
something.
that side of the map. We'll see if they actually catch him here, but Pun spots him now.
This is the first time I look bot lane minimap, because before I was only looking top. And now I actually look bot because Pan is bot lane, so I realized, oh, there is a Msi mark there. I should remove that.
VA going to be moving in here as well.
Mundo and Mercs in this game.
Because Dark Procession.
I suppose any team does have a lot of CC. It always is a bit bad to go Mercs on Mundo when you are just so... You have a CC immune ability. I think normally you want to go Swifties if you are afraid, and then you just sidestep shit. I think 50s in this game honestly would have been better. They're also cheaper.
Yeah.
But Mercs are okay.
I'm with you.
But Yorick being this far ahead this early.
That's a first start of the game for Yorick, plus 450. The only problem is Yorick is not a great team fighter, and Yorick doesn't really want to attend team fights in this fight as well, right? Like, he prefers to stay top lane. So I think it's very hard for TSW to contest. Also, Mundo should never be one level behind Kiana.
Can't really tank this up either.
Mundo has ult soon. Look at the poke damage from Victor and from Mundo.
Going to get cocooned himself.
Oh shit, he just bounced the cocoon.
Great chain CC. They take out the Elite Supreme.
Yeah, Victor is dead now.
Only D-Ray, but it should be
Victor died to Dragon Ball. Oh, Tian dies too. Tian just got sniped. Oh, Mundo can actually get away. Oh! 1 for 2. No, 2 for 2. 2 for 2, but I think TSW will for sure get this Dragon.
Yeah, they're going to go right back to it. BA just respawned. He's running out there, but Bun needs
Yeah,
some
Mel just
help.
reflected both abilities there. But look, man, flashes over the wall and he just kills him!
Come on through. The goalie wall comes on over, but Cream going to try and throw out the force of will. They take down the raid boss, but Eddie is looking for some revenge.
I mean, he did die, but it's worth.
Histo finds the briefcase.
Wow, he gets the kill just before Eddie.
Eddie is still looking for Cream.
He trapped for vision. You can use scaling W to have vision, so he trapped for vision, then he could auto.
Here at 16 minutes.
And TSW, 2,000 gold up, 2 dragons up. Holy shit, TSW is doing it. Holy shit, TSW is doing it.
Very early. This is where you're looking. Cocoon gets reflected into
One
the
of the first
He's
teams.
one shot, and you're thinking, okay, well, that's
Yeah, that
not
bounce
great.
on Cocoon was good, and Tien even gets Victor, so the fight starts pretty badly for Team Secret Wales. But then Mundo gets his ult of Dire.
In the meantime, we've just got T-Rep walking out of the way.
Tian had to flash in because Fenghui missed Cocoon. So even though Victor dies, it's still not optimal. Also, Mundo is 5-0-3, so Mundo is gonna be a big problem. Mundo should not die this game. Oh no.
Could be an avenue, especially if Eddie's also gonna die.
It's fine. Believe in Histo and believe in Pan.
Yeah, they are.
Histo and Pan, baby. Histo and Pan.
Sojin, which is going to be completed now. This is sort of like your core.
This is 3 guys against 1 Juan.
Some flexibility from here.
And Juan is not liking the
odds.
odds.
Much flexibility as the death rate comes
Very
down.
easy kill. Victor gets. Finally, Victor gets his first of the game. They could even keep going and use Herald. They can get tier 2 here easily. I think the Herald instantly is a mistake. I think they should get 2 plays, then Herald. Herald always does true damage. So you don't want to Herald too early. You want to use it against like the next plates, not the first plates. As Tower gets more resistances progressively when you hit plates.
They're losing a lot of these side lanes.
Yeah, they could have already got this tower. They played it better, but it's okay. And now he can driving into mid lane. Wicked. That's a Vietnamese driver. I went to Hanoi twice, and holy hell, I can tell you, the drivers there, they are very skilled because there's so much chaos on the street. I always knew Histo as a Vietnamese driver can make it to mid tower.
At least get here to deal with these minions, but I think this is still going to fall.
Yeah, I think it definitely will. I mean, this gold graph is becoming a bit of a roller coaster.
50 seconds Dragon.
And scatter and all these
gold
tools.
is equal.
But of course,
Victor has 3 out of 4 evolutions on his power core.
Yeah,
Mundo is Spirit Visage, and now he should be building towards a little bit of armor.
As much in this game.
He has no armor whatsoever. It's still useful against both Nara and Kiana. Unfortunately, Pan got caught. Holy shit, wait. Okay, they had to use Tian ult and Cream ult. I think even though Pan is dead, easily TSW can buy enough time to not give this dragon. Yes, Pan got caught. Yes, it's his mistake. But tools to kill him, I think it's fine.
We have to remember, they are playing for silver scrapes, right? We get a game 5 if
they're able
to win this game, and it was looking...
They can now start Dragon 15 seconds to TP.
The thing you always have to remember about Yorick is the cooldown on the Maiden doesn't start until the Maiden dies. So even when he reses, he's not going to have Maiden for this fight here, but there's also no ult on Tien. There's also no ult on Cream. They don't want to give them soul
okay,
point
Tien, if Tien steals it, that's a disaster.
Oh,
that was clean, bro. That was clean. Walks up.
That is that.
Q smite.
That is actually really big.
That is huge. That stalls the game for Top Esports.
With Cloud, huge smite now for TS. That buys them so much more time. If they were on soul point here already, they would be forced to fight at the next dragon, regardless of if it's a good setup. Now they have the option to play side lanes, to threaten Barons, to look for picks, to do whatever they want, and I'm
they need to be aware of Baron, they have no vision. Spectators are highlighting how no vision is TSW. So Tess could have been on Baron. They are not on Baron, but care have been on Baron.
The Baron isn't started at the moment, but keeping things dark, Team Secret Wales need to find out what's going on.
Mundo is now level 13, he's gonna face a Cream. Mundo can smite Cream here. Oh, that Q is big because that's a slow. That's a flash. Flash for flash. Jackie Love. Jackie Love no flash.
Forced to flash out of the way. And look at this though, it's just a brick wall wandering at them.
Okay, he's to come down, we have no ult now. You already used your ult. That's 2 flashes on 2 mages, immobile mages at that. Very huge.
Key flashes down, run into the middle of the team, you pop ult, all of a sudden you're just Thanos. You really cannot die. And Heart Zapper is so easy to use against teams like this. So they're just going to try to force it. They're going to start the Baron here. They know there's no flash on Jackie or Cream, but Mundo has no ult, so they have to play a little careful.
Oh my god, bro. Are they just gonna flip it or what? Mundo has no ult. This is too risky. Tien can steal it.
They do have vision over the wall. Team Secret Wales just wanted to go for a reset where they
Yorik's wife is still on it. Why is Yorik's wife still on it? Yo, Yorik, recall your wife. Dude, your wife is dying to Baron.
He double tapped it. Either that or it's bugged. And
okay.
I'm not pausing, so I'm assuming he
is just going to back it away.
That looked super bugged then.
What the
I'm
heck?
not gonna lie, because the fact
That was so weird.
back to him,
The maiden just...
I will say
The maiden was like, no, I'm doing the bottom.
To be desired
No.
at times.
Yeah.
You do have to play really lit, so it didn't end up dying.
Jackie?
And they did get the TP off Jackie.
Oh, that reaction time was gorgeous, but Eddie
Eddie
still going to be able to dash forward. Jackie will
Bro,
be trading the
Eddie, you
kill
missed a
back.
melee range Q, and also,
BA
what the
at
fuck is
least
the
able
damage
to
from
take
Mel?
him out. Bonesky were going to connect
Now,
onto the spider
BA
as well.
has no
The
flash.
Ignite down. Fungiway needs to be very careful when facing off against this Elise because
Mel
he
is
just
balanced.
doesn't have very much health. And
The
never
fact
kind
that
of
Mel
will.
actually had enough damage to just turn it around is mind-blowing.
POV, 100 gold and down a full level.
Jackie?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Sisto is going to unfortunately briefcase himself. Kind of threw it and forgot that it was handcuffed to him, you know, and it just
That's a
swung
move.
back
Dyer
around.
is going more MR. He has...
You know?
Yeah, I think that's what
I don't even know what the
businessmen
item's
deal
called,
with.
but he
You
has
know,
that item that
work
gives
every
him
day.
R. Builds towards
I tried
Banshee.
to throw my brief and get that one back up again pretty quickly.
Dragging the clock out.
At this point, it's about who lands more
I'm
poke.
trying, okay.
Top esports are a bit outranged against Mundo Qs, against victories.
You're ready. You're locked in.
So it's all
that's
about
how you
like
get
how the
ready.
fight starts,
Passagen
who
does
lands more
something
poke
similar
before the
for
fight starts.
his series, and that guy's pretty
Juan
good
is
at
trying
his
to
job.
pressure bot tower.
That's all right.
I feel like Pan is also
Drake
not catching
is
enough
now
size this
down.
game. He was so ahead,
Team
but now
Secret
he's
Whales
not
are
even
actually
ahead.
giving away a lot of ground. You can see looking for this mini Gnar as
He was
the
trying to match it, but he matches
Mortimer's
late, and now
connect.
he got one minion and he's going
These,
back to
these
Dragon.
are
Like the
getting a little
macro
bit
is not
upset, but
macroing.
Drake is being pulled out. Histo is moving over here. Let's see whether
It's
he
a
can win
flip.
this fight
Etienne
back.
wins flips.
As this could
Etienne is
even
gonna
out
win
the
this flip.
Drakes for top
Pan?
esports. Now we
Pan
have
is
a fight
dead.
on the opposite side. Pan is going to
Pan
get
is very
pulled
dead.
back and executed.
Etienne.
They're going to try and burst
Wait,
this
who
one
got
down.
it?
They do manage to
Oh,
claim the
TSW gets it,
dragon,
okay.
but they have to sacrifice their
Ooh,
Yorick to
it
do
was not a full
Yeah,
50-50
Pan
because
taking
Tian was
very
pushed away
aggressive
as
angles.
Pan
He
bought
knew
space, so
Sway
that
on
was
because he'd seen him
nice.
with an Arbar fully
Like the
charged
good
in
thing
block.
of what Yorick
You have
did
to
is
respect
that
he's on that
every
side.
single
He thought
person,
he was
even
tanking
Tien
enough
had
that
to
he could
run
just
at
walk right
Yorick,
through,
and
but
because
he
of
didn't
that they
have
gave
those
so much
Eric Switch
space at the
second.
Dragon,
Now
so
he's trying
Histo was
to
able to
get
secure
a bit
that
more
Tien
armor, but honestly,
being even in
because
range.
They get the dragon. That is totally worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you die.
And they get mid tower, but Juan is really
Yeah,
closing
it's
the gold
really
gap
good.
between these
He's
two.
falling behind in experience because he has been grouping quite a lot, where Zweon has been just constantly playing these side lanes. We've seen him do this a number of times. You know, I think back to his Jace game earlier in the tournament where he did fall down, but was able
This
to,
could be a bottom start.
just
Mundo can
stay
always
in the
face check
sides,
though.
get gold back, and Pun
Are they gonna go on him
becoming
here?
a little bit less relevant.
Bro,
in
it's
that
a Mundo.
1v1, but still in a good spot.
How quickly
Like,
can
it's still
they
a Mundo.
kill
He has to
this
flash, but
Mundo?
it's a
That's the
Mundo.
question. Or
Oh
can
my
they
god,
kill
he's
him at all?
going
He's just
in!
running
I
after
pitch, he's
Tien.
going in!
Fungiway is going to stop him in his tracks.
Oh,
but
he
it's a
just flashed in? I mean, maybe that's a little
from
bit too
Histo
deep.
trying to turn this
Cocoon
one around
gets
the
bounced,
Cocoon.
yeah.
Doesn't quite land, but
Jackie
now Jackie's
flashes
in an awkward
away.
spot. He has to
Look at the
flash. Eddie
TP.
now
Look
moves
at the
over.
TP. Look at the
Supreme
TP.
display of
Look at the
talent
TP.
is
Look at the
not
TP,
right.
Juan.
And Shueyan is hopping over the wall to try and get to safety.
Yeah,
Push,
he immediately
push,
TPs
push.
in, flashes out there. That is 3
Mundo is a
flashes
giga
down
chat.
for TES fight.
So that was
Histo,
Kiana,
like his odds in that
Nar,
1v3, and
Mel
he was really
in exchange for
correct.
Mundo
Able to turn that
and
one around,
Elise.
just chases him down.
Well,
Very
that
good
round
understanding
five hand
there
should be coming in
of the
pretty
Mundo chat,
shortly.
knowing they can't
These
kill
fights
him.
are actually going to change. The way they're going to look
He has
is going to be
unending
different because it's
despair.
going to be around Eddie, just hitting
Hard
whatever's
steal
in
and
front of
Spirit
him.
Visage.
And it's not really going to take very long
You don't even
for
wanna
him to
start it,
kill
do you?
whoever's there.
Oh, he's got the IE, so skipping the rapid fire. He's
Yeah, I
just
thought
going,
that was an odd one, but is going to be doing a fair bit of damage.
Yeah, he definitely will be doing a ton of damage. A lot of people love
Mundo is
rapid
about
fire.
to
It
hit
is very
level
popular.
15, but
Obviously,
he
it's
needs
lower
16.
DPS
That's
than
the big
IE
one.
for sure, but the question
That's
is,
the big one, you know.
how
16 is like,
safely can you
"Ugh,
approach a Syndra
I
and Mel
can't
to get
die."
those battles off. But I think, you know, from his POV, he's just like, yeah, I'll just hit Gnar, I'll hit anyone, and I'll be the one doing the damage. Histo starting this up, but gonna have to pull off very quickly.
Yeah.
And I definitely want Histo to keep farming. You scale well, you want to get 16. He is kind of maintaining that full level deficit here against the Kiana, who is just power farming.
Level 16 going to be a big deal.
I think the reason why Mundo is not pushing side lanes because the team has
I wanna see
Spike
what
and
the Mundo
Kiana,
does when he can
and
go
as
where
much
he
as
pleases
Yorick
very,
did
very
win
quickly.
against them before, it's hard
that
to push
console
side
is
against
gonna be
Spike
so
Kiana.
problematic.
You can
It is
you easily get
incredibly
ganked.
powerful for Mundo.
I don't think
because
he's in
as we know,
position to
Mundo in the late
1v3
game,
anymore,
it's
or
not just that he's
1v2.
tanky,
Well,
he
1v2
hurts. He does
maybe
some
if it's
real
Spike.
damage. So,
If it's Kiana, probably
you
not.
are in danger of just getting round down by a Cloud Soul Mundo at level 16. Can easily chase down a Syndra or a...
Okay, Mundo is not really starting this fight with full
We'll have to go
HP.
into that one a little bit later.
Maiden
It's,
get- no,
that is a
Pan
nice
gets
bone
hooked.
skewer onto Pan. The goalie wall is up.
That was a
Try and
decent
play
chunk.
defense. The Scatter the
Histo is
Weak
using
barely
W
misses.
to get
And
the
Maiden
Scuttle faster.
gets
I don't like
herself out
that,
of the
but I
way.
think he
Fungiway
can
needs to
secure
be
it.
So careful
I think his W's were not like that
really
clean.
existing at this stage of the game.
I don't think he fully grasps how strong W is if you play around it well. Why do you think Cloud is strongest? I think Cloud is strongest because MS is OP stat, and you get so much MS. Cream is level 16, guys. He is also really he's really strong. Level 16 Syndra, ult power, also execute 15% damage is there.
Manage it better.
Yep. And it's about which team has the vision control, right? Being able to have control
movement
of
speed,
is going to be very
stat,
important as the Baron
scales with player skill.
Pretty hectically here by Team Secret Whales. Is Histo looking for a bit of an angle? Is he just going to flash on them? The answer is no, because Shueyan's going to find him.
Ow.
Hyperproc starting to do some work towards the
They have zero control over Dragon, so they just give it. They want to rush Nash.
Speaking of big health bars, they're over towards the biggest one on the Rift right now, and that is the Baron.
And it looks like Top Esports is fine giving up this Baron and denying Soul.
But that is Dragon number 2. And yeah, you don't want to give up Cloud Soul, but you also really don't want to give up Baron.
Yeah, we'll see how much they can.
I honestly think that's better for Top Esports.
Things that I think
like how many towers can you realistically get from this play? Top Esports got mid tier 2. They got Dragon.
I just think Baron feels a lot weaker. Teams have been
like if they get at least Inhibitor, I think that's fine because the next Dragon will be easier. But if they don't get Inhibitor, it's like whatever.
All right. Was this worth it based on the next couple minutes? Because right
Baron
now,
doesn't really give you that much gold anymore. You actually need to push with it, and Apan is 1v3.
But we'll see.
Yeah, Gullywall is
flashes away.
For now. His flash is available, but he's not going to invest that into just getting out of the way of that wall.
Holy Juan with the damage! What the heck?
Come in, but he's got the crush to get out of the way, and that is actually Jackie picking up the kill credit.
What is this, man? Check his caffeine levels on that Gnar.
Yeah,
what was the attack speed?
Tempo stacked up 3 items, has the wit's end, chases him down and takes him out. And you know, Pun is a 700 gold lead, but at this point in the game, it doesn't really mean
I feel like the Yorick is pretty worthless now. It's not quite the set. Yeah, his E gives him a lot of attack speed. His lethal tempo gives him a lot of attack speed. That was a machine gun Gnar.
And that's a lot of the Baron power already gone now.
And now what? You have 1 minute and 30 with this Baron, and you got only top tower, but Pan died, so
72 gold Baron power play.
Histo is going Jackshot.
So
Red Bull is showing us here that the Baron isn't exactly giving that much value. I think
Baron power is at 0 gold.
Where they have no control of the Dragon Pit and they didn't think they'd be able to get in at all, then taking it is absolutely what you have to do.
He didn't use flash when he got a kill there.
I'm on your team.
So he can still be useful in team fights with that Gnar.
These dragons, get that Cloud Soul.
The other players take Lethal Tempo on Msi. It depends on lane. Lethal Tempo is in lane where you can actually use it. If not, you go Grasp.
To play into.
This is a really tough game here.
Like Lethal Tempo Gnar was a thing for a while now.
You really are kind of
because it also gives you more AD when you stack it fully.
Right? And you get one shot.
So it actually works quite nicely with Gnar or Nocturne or...
Do
you think Jakilov is first timing a mage and that's why he's building exactly the same items as Scream? Like look bro! Jakilov is building the same items. He's just copying the build. Wait, Tian?
But Histo did manage to cancel the back.
Yeah, Tian no flash. Tian will have no flash for the next Dragon. That's actually a big win for TSW.
But also not able to get that pick in that moment either. As BA.
Whole team is coming.
Oh, this is big. That's gonna be flash E, flash E, flash E.
Yeah, it is the Cocoon. Oh, flash E! You're barely going to miss. And by miss, I mean he just barely gets out.
Flash E and you get that kill for sure.
Dying there in the game, so that was some risky business, but he does get out.
Yep, that's the. Felt like it could have been the first.
No objective was the point. You get a push out. You get a push out. You get a deeper push out top. You get a push out bottom. You get a push out mid, and then you have a Dragon control. It's a 35-minute death timer. It's like 1 minute. If Gnar is dead for 1 minute, you can get so much map control in 1 minute.
But even that will be evened out in a minute and a half if Top Esports can get themselves the next one.
Yeah, it's 35 minutes in the game. So Gnar would be dead for 1 minute. You know how long is 1 minute? It's crazy long.
At this point, won't have it for this upcoming fight, which makes the playmaking that much harder, and they might just try to go on them. Here comes Pun with TP.
Okay, they know Gnar has no TP, so they're just trying to pull the trigger. But they are kind of just running at them. Is this even a good play?
As well. And Jakilov trying to find
Oh my god, Jakilov instead of... Jakilov fucked up, he proto belted instead of flashing, he had flash Jakilov. Jakilov completely inted, BA is not dead, I repeat, BA is not dead, he's gonna base.
Really, but at least they can run towards the Team Secret Whales base. The ulti now gonna run out.
Look at Kisto, he's just so tanky. He's chasing the Pike.
Look for it, okay, Cream.
The Pike has to flash away.
They just kind of stop the backs, I guess.
I mean, Cream should be dead here. It's a matter of time. Mundo is going back to get him.
Should be going down as well. Team Secret Whales do just want to kill Cream before anything else happens. They will be able to do
I think that might be... That
that
will 100% be the soul.
It's going to mean that they haven't necessarily found a lead
Oh,
just
Tien is
yet.
gonna go. Tien is gonna go.
Not at all. Tien, though, might
9
find
seconds.
Eddie.
Oh, dear.
Oh my god, Tien fucked up! He didn't fully fuck up though because he still gets a kill.
Keep him alive as Histo.
He's gonna W with this wall, but Histo is gonna flash on him.
Tien. And this briefcase.
Oh my god, Tien! Tien might have just saved the game! Tien might have just saved the game! Jackie obviously being in, Cream has saved 30 seconds.
Now, Eddie died at the worst moment. That
Tien
means
still
they're
got
down
it.
a man here for this dragon. It is 25 seconds till Cream's back, though.
Yep, Fengyue is going to go down to 50% health there as well.
They are trying to burn it, but they have no damage. It's a disaster.
Worried about it.
And Top Esports is doing it.
Secret Whales are going to give up this dragon and the maiden.
That was such a throw. They made a good play. They killed Cream late. But Tien salvages the game for Top Esports.
They have to do it. That is such a huge pick, big time.
And now they lost the top Inhi, they lost the Dragon, they lost a bunch of summoner spells.
And very not.
What now?
He goes down, but that whole time,
Tien had Hex Drinker in that fight. It doesn't help against Kiana.
He was looking to just go for the base. And we're going to be looking to fight here once more. Remember, no flash on BA, no flash on Eddie.
I think he's just picked up that pass. I'm not sure he didn't.
That one from Fengyue are up for TES pretty soon because Tien is going to have his back.
I mean, as much as TSW does outscale, like this is late game. Like either team can win.
The Baron on the table going
Victor, Tien forces Victor flash. Look at Histo. Go Histo is Sophie. Histo is Sophie. He's just ulting. He's fine now. He cannot die. I think he cannot die by the way. He actually cannot die. They are chasing Juan now. Tien is so low. Okay, the problem is Mundo has nothing now. Like Mundo has no ult, so he can't. Don't get overconfident. Dude, Histo is doing so much. Histo is doing so much. Man. Push, 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 holy shit! The Mundo just like 1v5 them or something.
Basically immediately.
Still,
damn man, give me some Mundo chat. Give me some Mundo chat.
We saw how
because Histo is 6-0-5 on this champion.
Dragon after dragon after dragon.
And he's just slapping Tess around.
That feels like it would be a game ender.
The flash away from Dire was good. Tien doesn't actually have ult here, so you know Tien is baiting.
And there's the flash out of D-Ray, but Tien.
But look at who Histo. There's no AD carry, so nobody can hit him. Nari is going to Mega. That also doesn't do damage to Mundo. Like Mininar does way more damage to Mundo than Mega Nar does. And then Histo just slowly throws his Qs, stacks Jackshot fully, gets that all bonus resistances.
Yeah.
And again, that is a Baron, but the Baron is not gonna win you the game. And both teams are at soul point.
Next dragon, 2.5 minutes, but another Rebel back.
Grab that and is working in towards it.
No.
Pan, now taken down.
Pan, you are not that tanky, bro. Chill.
A lot of damage. All those splinters stacked up.
That's Krista. The top wave is complete dog shit, but I think Pan can fix it before.
It's very scary. Great.
Do they have the damage? I don't think they do.
That's a question.
But Fengyue fucked up. That is all about if Kaylin can survive or not. Kaylin survived, it's over. Kaylin survived, Kaylin is alive. Jakilov has no flash, he's dead. Jakilov has no flash, he's dead. Jackie, look at push, 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 holy shit, no way! No way, Top Esports is eliminated! Holy shit, Top Esports just lost to Vietnam! Vietnam defeats the second seed from the LPL. LCP will win over Top Esports. There is no way they choked that hard.
And it's still moving forward.
I don't think they even choked. The Top Gun was insane.
Team has beaten